Welcome, everyone, to the Gutsick Gibbon after party. And, of course, we have here with us so far, anyways, we have the amazing Erica, also known as Gutsick Gibbon, who is with us as a guest of honor tonight.
Me.
We also have from Down Under, we have polymathic Jen, who's with us tonight. It's been a while, Jen. It's so good to have you back.
It's been a while.
And from across, apparently, the better side of the pond, apparently, according to this guy. Anyways, we have Mr. Wayne from the Bin podcast. Mr. Wayne Maker is with us as well. We have the one with the yappy chihuahuas. Mr. Jonathan Dishonest Ape is also with us. We also have our very own student, Dr. Ben, who's who's going to get into something in just a moment, is also with us tonight. Of course, my producer extraordinaire, Mr. Mikey Famine, down there with the Bin podcast background, is also with us tonight. And my brother from the other coast, Mr. Canadian Olliman, is with us. And another lovely lady from across the pond, Mrs. Phoebe J. Rose, is with us eating ice cream and a jelly roll or something.
It's a Swiss roll. Oi.
Swiss roll. There you go.
No. Are you eating Arctic roll in a sauna?
I told you it's part of
the
sauna.
It's part of the experience.
Can we eat it all before it melts?
It's Arctic roll.
All right,
This is Arctic roll.
So I wanted to talk about the question that was brought up in the interview about. I keep moving.
I moved and I got really confused.
Mikey keeps playing with things.
So the question was, Jen had asked about kneecaps and why we don't have elbow caps, and so here's my hypothesis. So with the patella, it's there to help. With leverage in extending the leg, right? Like it's with the quadriceps tendon, because when you extend the leg, you have to oppose gravity. Whereas when it's extending the elbow, you are going with gravity. You're not opposing gravity when you extend the elbow. You're opposing it when you flex. So you don't need as much force to extend as you do to extend the leg.
Well, that makes sense to me.
I can back up this. I can back up this hypothesis because you are actually born without kneecaps.
Nah, that's true.
I can back this up also. I would like elbow caps so I could be stronger.
More powerful.
I'm just glad we have kneecaps so we don't bend the other way. Actually.
No. It's basically to get through.
There is one reason we have kneecaps, and that is to help the mafia enforce their debts.
There is also that, but you're born.
But fun fact, and this is something that Erica probably would know as well. From I don't know why this is the case evolutionarily, because I just study the medical side, but. Some people have an extra sesamoid bone in the back of their knee called the fibella, and I've seen this on a few people on x-rays on my sports medicine rotation. And so the question, I guess, was, is that a new thing or is that an old thing? Is that something we've seen in other creatures that we're getting rid of, or is that something that is developing recently?
I don't know about that. It's called the fibella.
Fibella, yep. It's in the back of the knee.
Let's see. Yeah, so here's something interesting about that. It looks like the fibella is absent in other hominids and other existing hominids. It's actually more ancient. So we as a family lost it at some point, and then humans got it back in some cases.
Oh. So
it's
a re-emergence of it.
Exactly. That's what it's. This is really cursory.
That's unusual. Yeah.
It is very unusual. It is very unusual. And I don't know if we know this from from fossil remains, like if it's in other old world monkeys, like an Egyptopithecus or something along those lines. But it's really, really strange. Yeah, it disappeared in Hominidae, but reappeared in humans after the divergence between humans and chimps. That's so strange. So it's just an anchor point for a tendon, though, you said?
Yeah, if you look at the difference between chimps, gorillas, and hominins, it's they tend to have longer arms, which means more of the pressure is here. So we have kneecaps, whereas they tend to not have kneecaps. And the other thing is the birthing canal. You can't pass a baby through the vagina if you've got a solid kneecap. It's kind of difficult. I mean, the head's bad enough.
And how would you know?
The strange thing about that, though, is that if it's more primitive, it can't. Well, it's not that it can't. It may be repurposed for bipedality, but originally the purpose, quote unquote, wouldn't be for bipedality if it emerged in something like a stem or crown catarrhine back in like the Eocene, because these dudes were they're palmigrids. They're walking around on the palms of their hands and the soles of their feet, and they're quadrupeds.
Yeah, but if you look at quadrupeds and pre-bipeds, they're birthed like hand first. Like you'll see like or leg first when you see vets pulling like calves out. They will literally grab their legs and just pull them out.
Yep.
So
I don't know how I've not actually seen any catarrhines any non-human catarrhines giving birth. I'm not sure. I would imagine that because the cranium, at least in all primates, is larger than the rest. It's large for its body size because it accommodates a larger brain for the body size in all primates. And then this is taken to a higher extreme in catarrhines and a higher extreme still in hominids and an even higher extreme in hominins. I feel like they would still give birth head first, then shoulders, then the rest. But I don't know that.
It's backwards. You see them
It's
literally.
backwards.
Like,
I have stood there and I have pulled. Literally, you grab hold of what is effectively the waist, and you just go
of a primate. Of a primate?
No.
No. I'm with you. Yeah, I'm with you on the ungulates. Yeah, I've seen that. Fortunately, I've seen that too. Yeah, I mean they like the feet stick out and they reach in and yank them out the rest of the way, and the sack and the juices are coming out. But I'm not seeing the birth of of lemurs or the strepsirrhines, anything like that. I don't know if they give birth with the forelimbs or the hind limbs for that matter sticking out, and then the rest of the body follows, or whether if they crown like humans do.
No, because primates they normally, because obviously they don't have like doctor assistants. They're normally like squatting down as they're doing it, so it comes out.
Because it's easier. Yeah. It's easier if you're on all fours, and if you're the most inconvenient way that I was taught in the world of animals was the way that humans give birth.
Yeah.
It is the most inconvenient way to do it.
Well, we have a high mortality to back that up. I mean,
because you're going against, because you're also going against gravity to a point. Because if you're like this, it's just you're
always fighting gravity.
Yeah, we're told to have people go into all fours for shoulder dystocias.
Yes.
It's one of you have to, if you have a shoulder dystocia, you have to maneuver the baby in certain ways to get the shoulder out, and there's like a specific sequence that you go through like to try first, and then you get them in all fours usually to get that out. But then the problem ends up being if you have an epidural, that's going to be really impractical because now you're paralyzed, and you're not going to be able to bear weight with an epidural.
Well, and the interesting thing about the inconvenience of birth these days is that this is not the OG condition, right? The beauty of medicine has allowed people to live, full, enjoyable lives with whatever pathologic conditions and things like that, and survive births that would normally kill them. But take it back 250,000 years, and if you couldn't survive birth, you didn't survive, period. So there was a massive natural selection to be able to give birth in a way that would minimize complications. And we've managed to undo that very quickly with thankfully, modern medicine. But there are negatives to it.
The other thing that always amazes me with modern medicine is how we have managed to control zoonoses as well as we have human pathogens. Because some of these zoonoses are absolutely horrific. And of the 3 diseases known to man, one of the ones that we have eliminated is a zoonosis. One of the 3 is a zoonosis. I can't remember what it's called, but smallpox is one of them. And then there's 2 others, and one of them is a zoonosis that affects cows that we have managed to successfully eliminate. And that just blows my mind just how successful we are at not just controlling issues within our own species, but
wouldn't
general
everyone be
zoonosis.
polio? Because that was something that affected the legs, wasn't it?
Polio is still going around.
We haven't eradicated polio.
Okay.
Chimps actually got huge chimp populations in Gombe anyways got hit huge by polio back when Goodall was there in the latter half of her career. They're subject to almost every disease we are, and fortunately for us, but unfortunately for them, they get decimated by respiratory illnesses, and we bounce back like crazy from them. It might have something to do with our incredible endurance. But respiratory just knocks a chimp to the ground, which is why everyone was so worried when COVID was around, because it's like, this is a respiratory illness. It's going to wipe them out. Fortunately, we've done, like you said, we've done a good job keeping it out of their populations. But zoonotic diseases are freaking scary, man. And I have a horrible feeling that it's something that has the potential to get a lot worse, especially in bat populations, because of how their metabolism nurtures these weirdly robust viruses. I don't know,
Erica,
that.
I need to get you on my channel at some point.
We should talk about. I mean, you know way more about this stuff than me, but
we'll talk.
From my upbringing on.
I'm gonna get you on medical myths. We'll make this a thing. We'll do it.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm in. But honestly, like, the thing about looking into zoonotic diseases is I always go into like an existential spiral after it, because I'm like, oh my god, any second we're done. All we need is some kind of a very fast-moving prion disease, and we are Dunsville. It's like that's
the wonders of Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease and bovine spongiform encephalitis. Well, aren't they wonderful diseases?
Is you have to answer this for me, Ben? Is Kuru the same as Creutzfeldt-Jakob's?
I think it's similar. I don't think they're the same thing.
I don't think. I think you're right.
They are very similar, but they are different.
Lupus. It's lupus.
Everything is lupus. It's always lupus.
To be fair, if we're talking about things that are going to wipe us out as far as humanity goes, there are so many of them.
Oh, it's
and virtually none of them we have any control over. We think we have control over our planet, but we don't.
My money's on climate change, 100%.
I thought Kuru was in Dragon Ball Z.
I don't think climate change will. Oh, sorry, Wayne.
Cattle plague.
I don't think climate change is going to wipe us out. It's going to wipe out, we're going to have a mass extinction, and I don't think there's any way we can avoid it now. I think we've gotten to that point now that regardless of what we do, we're not going to avoid the mass extinctions. There's going to be a mass extinction of human beings too, but not extinction, a mass decline in the number of human beings over the next century. I don't think it'll wipe us out. I think we're ingenious enough that we will survive as a species, but for how long?
Not everyone.
There will have to be, won't there? Because the sea levels rise and the Earth heats up, and the two main things that are going to impact, three main things, I think, in my opinion, that are going to impact us is loss of arable land, either from rising sea levels or changing zones. Everything's going to move north and south,
or the salination or arable land.
Yeah, and it's going to be acidification of the seas, fishing done. We're losing. That's going to be Toastville, and then I think
that'll change the streams too, the underwater.
It's already happening. I mean,
it is.
We've got to the point where we can't stop it.
We've
already hit that point. We can't change it.
I'm so doomer pilled on the climate change stuff. The only thing that we can do now is mitigate, and I really hope someone much smarter than me figures out some kind of carbon capture method that we can utilize. And as much as uncomfortable as it makes people, I think we're going to have to lean on nuclear a little bit more if we really want to.
Yes.
Might as well be Sellafield.
See, me and Phoebe, we live on an island, and I thought our saviour would be Mikey, but I realised he lives near one of the Great Lakes. So we can go.
I might be moving to basically on the coastline of one of the Great Lakes very soon in my life.
So
you both live on Turf Island.
I'm planning on leaving Turf Island behind.
So while I do live near one of the Great Lakes, I'm 50 miles out, which means it's going to be great.
Yeah, but you won't be 50 miles out in 100 years' time.
I know, that's the joke I'm trying to make, and you're stepping on it.
Sorry.
Huron. I might be a little closer to Lake Huron than I expected.
I will have beautiful lakefront property in 100 years. So
The great-
it's not there now, but it will be soon.
Yeah,
A big hope here is that we'll all be dead before the worst of it comes. You know.
Yeah, I don't like that as a philosophy because I like the idea that future generations will still have a planet to live on,
It's
and that
sad,
there will still
man.
be future generations. But it is dreadful because I've got
It's
kids.
so-
I want them to have a future. So
I mean,
it's
It's impacting. I know a whole lot of people who this is impacting whether or not they're going to have children. I mean, they're like,
Yeah.
is it ethical to bring a child in to fix a problem that's so monumental and in its face, at least currently, unsolvable as climate change? I mean, they're going to have to. And where will these people go? The people with nowhere to live, whose worlds are swallowed up by the sea. Where will they go? You know, I mean, oh my God, what are we going to do? Just, but that's when you fill up your glass and you toast to what we got now and hope that
I
someone's
can't wait for the
got-
day when Mikey's saying bye to his missus in his waders going down to the garage to get in his speedboat to go to work.
Yeah, there it is. Hop on the Sea-Doo.
Yeah, Erica, what I will say is I thoroughly enjoyed listening to the second half of what you were saying, because just looking back to when I did my first university degree, I understood every single word you said. Literally every single word, because I hold an agricultural and environmental science degree. So it was the agricultural sciences. So when you started talking about farm animals, I was like, I know exactly what you want about. Exactly
Oh my
what you want
gosh. We had
Which
this
is why I know
one-
about rinderpest, which was the disease I was talking about earlier. Which we
And I haven't heard. Yeah, I said in the side that way. It's that way. But I haven't heard that in so long. Because I did such a pivot after my undergraduate that it's been a long time since I've done the ag stuff. But it's like, man, there's so much more that goes into agriculture of all kinds than people tend to give it credit for. And it's a lot of this stuff that's at serious risk. Infrastructurally, what do you do when your fields have to move forward 100, move northerly 100 miles because the land can't be farmed in the same way? It's like, what if there's a city in the way? What do you do?
You just
if you want to survive, we bulldoze the city. And
Yeah,
we
you
shift
push the city
population.
over.
Well,
Yeah, you
we
move.
have
do
no
what they're doing in
choice.
London.
You get to that point
Yeah,
where
we
we
gotta
have
start
no choice.
work on that wall.
What's
Or we're
the
doing what they're doing in London at the moment, where they have subterranean hydroponics.
Yes.
yeah?
The
You
super
got- and
subway. Super
What's
subway.
the
You can also
SpongeBob
achieve the
thing?
same
Super
thing
sewer,
with
sorry. Super
greenhouses.
sewer.
The super
We gotta-
sewer,
We
alongside
gotta
that, you
take
have
the
subterranean
bikini
hydroponics.
bottom and push it somewhere else. It's like
Hey.
we gotta take Chicago and push it somewhere else. It's like
Hey,
we
I would
need
say
that
do that to
money.
Detroit, but it's already done that to itself.
Yeah, well,
Phoebe,
Maybe
where
you
did
should tow the UK outside the 5 mile limit, and then you can.
Phoebe, where did you go to uni?
Reading.
Reading.
How
Okay,
about-
no, 'cause
how
there's,
about
there's an agricultural college in Kent, just outside of
Yes.
Sevenoaks.
Mm.
And
I
How
know the
about
one
we
you
take
mean.
the turfs that live in the UK and push them somewhere else?
push them
We've
into
been
the
trying
water.
that for a long
Yeah.
time.
yeah, I've been trying to get more on Canvey Island. And
start with
blow the
J.K.
thing up and
Rowling?
send
I
it
was
out.
if
Oh,
they
Neil's trying to
panic.
say something.
Yes,
Well,
Neil?
Oh, Neil.
You'll
Yeah.
have to. Oh, sorry, Neil. Sorry, Neil.
It's okay. I've been trying to sort of get attention here for a little bit because there's a question that was asked at the end of the interview that never got asked for you, Erica, by Jur. And I guess this is in relation to the bonobos having lots of sex.
Mm.
So I asked a question for Eric at the end of the deconversion stream, but it didn't get in time. It was, who has more sex, bonobos or hyenas?
Oh, bonobos. That's so easy.
Bonobos. Full
Hyenas can have a good time, but bonobos do it every way. Bonobos are free love. They will have a singular stimulus, right? Like Franz de Waal, primatologist guy, famous primatologist, he talks about how you can throw a cardboard box into a troop of bonobos, and they will get so psyched about the cardboard box they got to blow off some steam having sex with each other first, and they don't. I mean, they'll do whatever. I mean, males and males, males and females, females and females. Males will do penile fencing and females genital rubbing. They'll do everything that you can imagine. They face kiss. They have face-to-face sex. Anything you can imagine, a bonobo has already done it. Guaranteed. These dudes roll hard and they know how to have a good time.
I think
Roll hard,
bonobo.
double entendre right there. Yeah, just
Yeah.
roll on over to
What
Bonobo
about
Hub,
asexual
and you
bonobo?
can see lots of that stuff there.
Try having kids.
Well, the kids. I mean, they don't care. They don't shoo the kids away. The kid is
No,
like,
no. Kids are the ultimate cock block. Trust me.
Yeah, but what about the
Not if you're a
asexual bonobo?
Mm. They're a really interesting species because they're
They
so
also
different.
mature sexually really early too, don't they?
They
Because of
do.
the environment they're in, yeah.
They do, and they're very different from chimps, who are they're separated by a tiny. I mean, it's not tiny, but one geologic or one ecologic rather formation. It's the Congo River, right? They're separated by the River of the Congo, and on one side are the bonobos. They're matriarchal. They solve things with sex. That's not to say that they can't be very aggressive. They can be. Most
Be careful if they
specifically-
smile at you.
yeah, you know, they show their canines. It's like, and females will gang up on males. They're just as rude as the chimps are. It's just the females are in charge in bonobos, and in males they tend to be.
Isn't that the kind of society we want, though?
Well, there have been folks who have asked before, you know, is the human condition this happy medium? Because you know, we have lived in a society for the past 10,000 odd years that, thanks to the advent of agriculture, some propose is starkly patriarchal compared to the egalitarian societies that came much earlier and that existed for 290,000 years, where you've got hunter-gatherers of Homo sapiens, and the goal is, let's stay alive and let's do so in the best way that we possibly can. And accomplishing that was, yes, by the division of labor, but it wasn't strict. People did what they had to do. And if you were good at something, you did it. And this is why we find, remains that are identified as female, right? Although, the idea that they followed the same kind of gender conditions that we do today would probably also be incorrect, although that's harder to investigate. And they'll be buried with snares or hunting materials or things like that. And males will be buried with gathering equipment too, and vice versa. I mean, it's whatever they had to do to make it to the end of the day, which is so cool when you think about it. It's like they were just kind of doing their thing, and things have only changed very recently. At least that's what the anthropology is looking like now. That may change, but
even more so in the last 2,000 years as societies, how we became more and more patriarchal, which is dreadful in a sense that it's only in the last 100 years we've pushed back at that, really.
Jen, can I just interject quickly? Sorry. What is your background in this? Because you seem very knowledgeable on this particular subject, and I'm
I'm just a feminist. That's all. This is interesting.
But the thing is, you seem well studied in it. I'm not kind of trying to get your background.
I call myself polymathic because I read a lot and I study up a lot of different science streams. My background is maths and science, though.
Okay,
that's where I come from. My degree is similar to Godless Engineers in computer science, maths, and that. And
but you come at it from a very analytical kind of background, right? Okay, that's cool. That's all I was trying to establish, because like you seem so well read on it. I was like, okay, well,
scientists taking over the after party.
I'm loving this. This is awesome. I mean, if it's something that interests me, I'll have generally read about it. And bonobos are interesting, and especially when you look at it from the point of view of how our society is developed, as well as what Eric is saying now is everything that I'm freaking interested in about that sort of thing, because. Why did we diverge so differently from a lot of our ape ancestors, where their societies? But whilst you could have, you usually did have one sex that was more showed up as being more dominant than the other. They were still very much societies that were more evenly based on what was required of people. The gender roles weren't as strictly formed as we've managed to do it ourselves, which is just blows my mind that we've got to that point, and where people hold so tightly to all those gender roles, when a lot of us are trying to say, hey, look, we don't need these gender roles. It's just stupid.
I mean, and these folks, first of all, bonobos, if you ask at least my buddy who was just in the DRC, Celine Lemon, look for her name on upcoming papers, but she would say yes. I mean, they'll rub up on whatever. They're just trying to get the jollies. Bonobos are chill as hell when they're not fighting each other. But Yeah, no, I mean, I think you're totally right. It's fascinating to think about, but it's like, you get a lot of like mostly TERFs who come along and they take the perspective that it's like, we are the bastion of science. There are two sexes, and that is just how things roll. And it's like it's I get that they're trying to make a generalization of the bimodal nature that does seem to appear in a lot of mammals, but when you start to talk about things like gender and what gender is and what roles animals play in social systems, that couldn't be more myopic. I mean, animals do what animals do, and they are all, any social animal is going to be to some degree different than another, and it's because sociality is a common solution, but it manifests in different ways, and that's just how it is. I mean, empirically, you would be incorrect to say that sociality has these inherent gender rules to it. Case in point, one of my actually same friend who was in the DRC, she studied vervet monkeys for quite some time. They're these adorable little monkeys with bright blue genitals. Ground monkey circumpithecids that live down in South Africa. And the alpha male, the male who tends to decide when the troop moves from place to place, disappeared. And a very diminutive small female took his place and she just behaved like a male and did all the things that the males do. And and everybody was chill with it, and the troop just went on its merry way.
It's just our society that has become this whole thing of, these are the roles that people have to fit, and I'm like, why? Why did we ever end up that way?
But
generalizations, they're just worthless when you look at nature. Biology is not intuitive.
Because the other thing with these generalizations is they are very Western, ethnocentric.
Yes.
Because there was a friend of mine who was a Cree, native Cree, and they turned around and they said male and female.
Sorry,
Marvel
reference.
Yeah, so they are a Cree from the Cree tribe, and they said we don't do male and female. We do about 13, 14 different genders, and it's just all these people that are trying to reinforce what is a very white, very Western, very almost colonial view of what gender should be.
Well, the cultural anthropologists know it much better than I do, but any cultural anthropologist that you'll talk to will back up exactly what you said. That societies will do what they feel like doing, and they will express themselves in that way. And that's kind of the beauty of being mammals, social mammals, is that we can solve the problem of living in a social system however we want to do it. And that's
the answer to that would be yes, Neil.
Yes. The answer is if you want to call
whatever they need
on a tree, then yes. If you want to call rub it up on whatever. I mean, bonobos are again. They're just trying to do their thing. They're highly sexual.
They'll use that box.
They're not bonobos. They're nympho-nobos.
There you go. Yeah.
To Phoebe's point, do you not think that it kind of stems from the Abrahamic religions, because a lot of the religions are divergent from that.
Then I shout back at you, Mormonism, and it's happily polygamous.
I have a bonobo comment. Can we all just agree that bonobos are just teenagers, eternal teenagers, where all they want to do is yell and scream and fuck?
Also, we have tons of bonobos in the chat.
Not the Marvel.
Society is very much split up between the female and male norms of gender separation, and you can't say that comes from an Abrahamic religion. It doesn't, and that's quite tightly spread. I think it's just our biases of coming from that Western side of Abrahamic that we see it from that, but it's happened in other things.
To know on something Mikey just said, bonobos are actually more neonatal than chimpanzees are. They have a more, they call it paedomorphic. It's a more paedomorphic skull. So the skulls of adults are more similar to the skulls of infants and bonobos than they are adult chimps and infant chimps, which is really, really interesting because I'm reading a book right now that actually makes the argument that part of what makes humans so incredible at what we do, which is being communal and creative, is our ability to kind of stay in our childlike state, right? We're really good at managing to solve solutions outside the box, much like
I got it. Bonobos equals Lost Boys.
It's a Lost Boys kind of situation.
No, it's American Pie. It's American Pie.
They're just hanging out, man.
Vampires, just
The bonobos would definitely use the apple pie, definitely.
But see,
Exactly.
I did want to mention. I mean, because we have a few scientists in here, especially people who have studied biology, and the fact that TERFs and especially people who want to use science to be bigots, love to put people into categories, and categories only are good to make things make sense for our tiny human brains, but nothing in biology exists in neat categories. Ever,
Yep.
nothing.
No. It's square. We square pegs in round holes. We do that all the time.
Dude, look at species. Species are the fakest shit I've ever seen in my life. I love species. I love talking about different species. But what is a species is the most mutable, the very, very subject to change definition, because some folks think that it's the ability to interbreed. Some folks think that it's retained characteristics through time. There is no solid definition for species, and Ben is 100% correct. And the biggest thing that blows this idea of gender roles completely out of the water is looking at any other social mammal. Social mammals are just, and I keep hammering this point, but it's so true. There's such a wide variety of how social mammals behave, and because of that, why would we think that humans in our vast diversity living all across the planet would have a single way of functioning in how we define roles in our societies? The fact is it's mutable, and it's always been mutable.
Because when you come down
because it is racism to a point.
Oh,
to impose your own white Western ethnocentric system on the rest of the world is racism incarnate.
Yep.
And as somebody who used to be a white nationalist saying that, I know what it was like espousing that shite.
Yeah, and I mean the other side of that too is that we're talking about gender here, but even when you're just talking about because you brought up before the bimodal nature of sex itself is still square pegs in round holes, because the variations within a sex are so diverse that
this idea, humans make this case especially difficult. What I studied for my master's degree was sexual dimorphism. So this idea of when you're looking at sex specimens, what can a species cluster into male and female? Is that something that can happen? And in something like a gorilla, it's quite easy. If you find the gorilla skull, a male has these big prominent sagittal crest, and females are quite different. Humans are aggressively monomorphic. If you find a male and a female skull, unless you're trained in it, you're not going to be able to tell the difference. And this goes,
people talk about the hip structure, and even that isn't that easy to tell the difference with in some cases, depending on where the people are from.
Yeah, if you're not trained in it, you're not going to be able to tell the difference. And this monomorphism is associated in all primates with a blending of the roles of the sexes 100%. Within the species. Gibbons, my favorite primate, are perhaps a perfect example. They are serially or true monogamous, depending on the species. So males and females will join together and form a small family together, and they aggressively defend their territory. You can't tell a male and a female gibbon skull apart. They look identical. These guys will both fight tooth and nail to protect the territory, and they perform many of the same tasks. They alternate tasks. They alternate roles in the songs. And then, with the vervets, again, there's no distinct role to play. It's just, it's classically myopic, and it's in character for humans to have this smooth gradient of how we behave and express ourselves across gender or genders, because we're so monomorphic. It's classic mammalian behavior, honestly. I don't know why this is so hard for kids to understand.
We're programmed to believe this, aren't we? It's like just recently, my missus bought our youngest daughter a little toy kitchen for Christmas, and I was a bit like, why are you buying her a kitchen? It's just a white butter kitchen.
Just put some cans and a stick to hit him with.
I know, she's not as progressive as me, and I have to kind of just nod and smile a lot of the time. When in reality, I just want to go, no, just get her what she fucking wants.
I was a dinosaur kid growing up. My parents were, my mom was real into buying me like Barbies and stuff like that, and then she realized really quickly that I was a dinosaur kid. So all my Christmases turned into dinosaur stuff. I still have all that. It was awesome, and if I ever have children, which I don't know,
dinosaur kid too.
It's like you because they're awesome, dude. They're so cool.
Dinosaurs are awesome.
Neil used to actually ride the dinosaurs, though. That's the difference.
That's how I used to get to school.
Right there with Jesus and
Neil-
the machine gun. Right?
I mean,
Neil, no, we all know that you were a Star Wars kid.
Well,
It's
Yeah.
Star Wars.
No.
I got my young
Anybody-
niece
Still got it.
for Christmas.
Neil went to
Anybody who
school
was
in
a
black
child
and
of
white.
the 70s and 80s was a Star Wars kid. There's just
Makes me
no.
laugh every time you bring it out.
No, it's Star
Oh,
Wars,
yeah.
not Star Wars. Star Wars.
Star
It's Star
Yeah,
Wars.
Star
Wars.
Star,
Star
singular,
Wars.
singular.
Okay, everybody,
Yeah,
hold on
yeah.
for 1 second. Neil, sorry, hate to do this to you, brother, but it's time for story time with Neil. You gotta tell me. Yeah, not everyone who's here may have heard.
the story. I'm pretty sure everyone's heard the fucking story by now, but
Yeah, but it makes me.
I haven't.
What
A long
we
time
talked
ago.
about was Django Fett.
a long time
I
ago
have not.
in a galaxy very, very close. As a matter of fact, this one.
In the Milky Way nearby.
I ordered what I thought was a relaunch of the Ultimate Collector Series Millennium Falcon through one of them Facebook ads that pops up and whatnot. And then I ordered it. I said, "Fuck, it's cheap. It's like just under $300, which is like pretty much almost half of the original price."
Red flag.
Right, right.
Mhm.
But I'm thinking, hey, maybe they're relaunching it for reduced price for whatever, because they took it away and then brought it back, was the thing. So I thought maybe I was catching something. Anywho, I ordered the shit. The shit comes in a fucking bag, not even that giant box that you're supposed to get it in. Right? No. Hang on here. It comes to me like this,
Oh,
in a fucking bag. Right? And it's not even Star Wars. It's Star Wart. Like it's right there. And I tried to get in touch with them and tried to get my money back, and they were like, "Well, send us a video." And I was like, "Fuck you, you goofballs! I'll just give it to some kid or something."
well, Neil. As I told Mikey the other day, my Nigerian uncle is trying to send me some money, but he's got a blockage on his Western Union account.
Oh
If you
no!
send me if you send me your bank details, maybe I can send it through to you, and then we can get it through.
Yeah, sure. Oh, yeah, right. You're Nigeria. Yeah, I've heard about that.
Neil,
Okay.
in my
This
opinion,
is what the bags actually look like, right? And what they're supposed to come in. And I end up with one in a fucking Ziploc bag, too. Like, what in the hell is this?
Neil, in my opinion, you paid $300 for an awesome story you're going to get to tell over
That
and
is true.
over and over
Yeah.
again.
And you got some Lego pieces. What are you complaining about?
In Super Chats.
They're not even Lego. They don't even say Lego on them anywhere.
Have you got
Oh, no.
$300
They don't
back
say
in
Lego,
Super
I
Chats
didn't know
of this
that.
story?
Mega blocks. It's mega blocks. Gotta be
Could be.
mega blocks.
Mega scam.
No, I
Mega
think, yeah,
scam.
Oh,
mega
shit.
scam. Yeah.
So,
Randall.
a couple of months ago, I told
Randolph.
so a couple months ago, my fiance and I we bought a house, so we're excited about that, and
Yay.
Is that the same?
we're decorating the house. You know, there's skulls
Did you
everywhere,
buy
of
it from
course.
Facebook?
No, but we're sitting around.
Exchange for a bonobo.
Did it come in Ziploc bags?
Yeah,
Was it delivered by a bonobo?
we're sitting around, and I'm like, you know what this house needs? This house needs one of those sick LED trees where it's like a tree, a little inside tree with the wires, and then on the ends of the wires there are like little lights. I was like, that sounds awesome. I'm gonna order an LED tree. So I hop on Amazon. I'm looking at it. All the LED trees are pretty expensive, but I find one for like $60, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty
Nice.
expensive. But I was like, I'm gonna get this. No. I ordered this LED tree, $60 down the drain. I'm like, whatever. It's gonna be a sick LED tree. We actually had it delivered
US or Canadian?
US, so not as bad. So it's delivered to our old house. So I go pick it up, and or the house we're renting at the time, and there's this fat box sitting there. I was like, is this big ass box? And I was like, oh my god, is this LED tree going to be like 16 feet tall? Is that the joke, that it's an abnormally large LED tree? I was like, whatever. So I pick it up, I bring it inside, I set it down at the house, and I'm getting ready to open it up and set this sick new LED tree up. And I open it up, and there's 2 LED trees in the box sitting next to each other. I'm like, oh, I got 2 LED trees for the price of 1. I was like, what a sick deal. But what the fuck am I going to do with 2 LED trees? It's really weird to have 2 LED trees. 1 is kind of strange. 2 is very weird. So I'm like, well, whatever. I don't really care what people think. So what? We'll have 2 LED trees. I'll find another place to put it. So I lean down to pick it up, and I pull up the LED tree, and there's a 3rd LED tree underneath.
Stop it.
But it's mirrored. So there's 4 LED trees total. 4 LED trees, $50, 6-foot tall LED trees. And I'm thinking to myself, what am I going to do with 4 LED trees? Oh my God. So I'm getting ready to call Luke up. And I'm like, I'm going to line these up and show him to him when he comes downstairs. So I reach down to grab the LED trees. And there's a 5th LED tree underneath. For a total of 6 LED trees that are all 6 feet tall and take up 4 feet of space in diameter. And I'm like,
you paid $12 a tree.
I've paid $12 a tree, and I put that shit all over my house. I was like, this room gets an LED tree. This room gets an LED tree. It's epic.
So I don't believe that they were trees. They're actually bonobos.
They're bonobos.
I have the opposite experience. I bought, because I sleep on a sofa downstairs, hence I'm in the kitchen right now, away from everyone, because I snore like fuck. And I've been under like just a couple of blankets over the winter months, and I thought, do you know what, fuck it, I'm buying me a king size blanket. Bought it off Amazon.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, yeah, it's delivered. I went, you what? I got an email saying it's delivered. I went, you having a laugh?
Check your mailbox.
Yeah.
King size never came.
I've been in all day, and then I messaged them, and they said, "I'll contact customer service." So I contacted customer service. They said, "Oh, if it's not there by Saturday, let us know. We'll issue a refund." I went, "Well, did they not take a picture? I thought that was the whole thing. They take a picture when they deliver it."
Yeah, usually.
And they went, "Oh no, this carrier doesn't do that." And I went, "Oh, brilliant." He went, "Contact us if you don't come on Saturday. We'll give you a refund. Try to contact them today." Oh, we're shut.
LED bonobos are the future, says tons of bonobos.
I would love that.
In LED trees.
No,
Now,
LED
bonobos in LED trees.
Yes,
Bonobos
LED
inside
bonobos
them.
in LED trees.
They're swinging from them.
Can you
With
form
LED vines.
Can you form the trees into other shapes that are not trees?
No.
Can they merge into a mega tree? Like
The
a
arms
megazord?
are bendable, so yes, that is technically a possibility.
I know that.
Are you suggesting a Voltron tree?
Yes.
Voltron.
Yes, I am.
A Voltron joining of numerous trees.
Trees.
So-
A single
So we
super
have
tree.
on tree instead of cars to watch now, so it's all good.
Yeah.
Hi, Allison. By the way, Allison is an artist, and I'm going to show some of her artwork right here.
Form saber sword.
That's pretty.
Oh,
good.
that's dope.
I can't do
Brilliant.
Wow,
can't
that's
do
really
that.
nice.
I can't do
Oh,
that.
I'm doing the
By
painting
the
right
way,
now on it.
Has anyone watched the Titan series on Netflix?
No, is it good?
Yes.
I love
Um,
it.
Yeah, I've been watching
I
it. It's
have-
shit up.
It's really good.
I
I
need to
have
watch
a
it.
love-hate relationship with it.
You love to hate it.
Well,
No,
Mikey
it's-
knows my relationship with Teen Titans.
That's really good, though.
So it's
You
like,
know-
well,
Raven's my favorite character, and the fact that she was only in like 3 episodes of season 3 really pissed me off.
That sounds like a
Yeah,
that's
but
a
there's
shaft
reasons
right
for
there, dude. That sucks. Because Raven's dope as a character. I'm a Beast Boy stan myself.
Yeah.
You know, that's for obvious
The
reasons. But
changeling.
Raven is awesome.
I like that.
Beast
That's really
Boy's-
good, though, Allison. I got to tell you.
I got to
Beast Boy's portrayal in the
Nice.
Titan series is not great.
This
So-
is done by
Beast
David.
Boy was double hard, but in the
Beast Boy isn't even Beast Boy as he should be in that
No.
series. Because he can
No,
change
he
into
turns
anything,
into
and
a
all they ever
tiger
let him
or
do is
snake.
turn into a tiger. Yeah,
Tiger and a Snake.
No, he does change into. No, he changes into bats as well.
yeah, he did
Bats?
later.
Oh yeah, when he got
Multiple?
like possessed by the
Multiple
by
bats.
the
Yes.
Lazarus. Yeah.
Hate that. Hate that. When's he? You know, in
Spoiler.
in the Teen Titans show, he turned into all sorts of cool shit. He turned into like T-Rex. He turned into Quetzalcoatlus. He'd be a gorilla. He'd do all that cool, awesome. Then we got Teen Titans Go and Titans, and I just want the anime to come back. Honestly, that's it.
Yeah, no, BER in Teen Titans is my favourite thing. It's fucking the best DC stuff ever. Mikey, you know the song.
Oh, and the night begins to shine.
Yes.
His daughter hangs out with us on stream before the show sometimes, and we have to watch it. We have to watch it every time.
Guys, I gotta blow out of here. My folks are trying to watch a flight tonight.
Me too.
Take care.
Okay, Erica.
Thanks for having me on.
so much
I
for
love
joining
it.
me.
You were fantastic.
It was nice trying to
Yeah, you're awesome, Erica.
Oh, I will be in touch.
Guys,
People will be in touch.
My email is on my YouTube dealie, so if you want it, it's just gutsickgibbon@gmail.com. I'm always eager to talk about shit, so just shoot me an email.
Erica, you're always welcome into an after party if you see us going. Say, hey, I'd like to jump in, and you're always welcome.
Don't tempt me.
Phoebe, is your Arctic roll turned to Arctic soup yet?
No, it's been
Yes, you
Gold.
can't spell bonobo
Simply-
without Bob. It's the Colts.
Erica is definitely one of the smartest.
Also-
my jaw was on the table most of the time when I was talking with her at Faithless Forum.
I couldn't make any fart or dick jokes that whole time.
Why?
I had to settle with horse jokes.
She was saying words that I had to pretend I knew.
I did a lot of nodding.
But here's the thing. I understood every single word that she said, and it was really wonderful to have somebody that I could understand completely what they were saying and have most of the room go, what?
So someone finally speaks Phoebe.
They do.
I took
They
an
did.
evolutionary
No,
biology
they
class.
speak
I got
ego.
like 50%.
They speak ego.
What's that? Alison?
Who wants to
So
talk
that's
about
evolutionary
VAR and
biology.
Arsenal today? Come on, let's have it.
Hold on. Alison, what were you saying?
I said I took an evolutionary biology class. I got at least 50% of what she was saying.
Okay.
I speak bonobo.
To answer what Wayne said,
AKA
it's called
sex.
cheating.
It was cheating. It was fucking shocking.
It's called
I was-
cheating. They took a page out of Michael Massey's playbook, and that's also called cheating.
Mate, I was standing in my living room screaming at my telly. Kerry's going, "What's the matter?" I went, "They've sent him to look at that screen, but not sent him to look at the screen before." And she's like, "I don't know what you're talking about," but you're
like
scaring children.
Americans won't understand this because they don't have the video replay system where the referee goes and wanders over to a screen. Because it's not like a
yep,
TMO
we
in
do.
rugby. Yeah, but you're Canadian.
No, I'm not.
You want to be?
Yeah, Mikey's not Canadian.
Not yet. Give me time.
not yet.
I'm
We're working on
it.
getting him out here to the
Which
West Coast.
sport has
Yeah.
video replays which can overturn on-field decisions or on-court decisions?
Football. You know, the biggest sport in America. You know, the one that everyone watches.
I had no idea Major League Soccer used VAR.
No. How dare you? How dare you?
Well played.
You know what, Phoebe? They might. No one would know though because no one watches it here.
Yeah.
There's probably
See-
more like Arsenal fans than there are fucking LA
That's true.
Galaxy fans.
Arsenal fans are massive in America,
Yeah.
Oh,
which is shocking.
We don't watch
Proper football. Proper
we
football.
don't watch soccer. in
Proper
this
football,
country.
Mikey. Mike,
From
don't
this
you
country.
fucking dare swear at me.
You guys invented the word, did you not? And
No.
then you wanted to change the rules. So no.
Mikey, when you come to Canada someday, you're going to have to get used to about half the people here call it football, the other do call it soccer.
That's
So
okay. I
it'll
won't be
a
watching it
transition.
anyway.
It'll be good transition for you.
If I ever
It's
need
okay,
to
'cause
We
watch
only
it, I'll
watch
put it on.
MMA. We only watch
Yeah.
MMA.
and remember that dirty gee. No more dirty geese.
Oh, there's a time Phoebe and I were watching professional Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu because I had friends competing in it. And there was this one guy competing in gi, and he had a white gi, and it was so dirty.
It was
Like, dude,
brown.
did you?
It was lucky.
Yeah, it was like brown, and the commentators were just commenting on how dirty his gi was the entire time.
Dirty
Is,
gee.
is that allowed to you can compete gi and non-gi in the same bout?
Wait,
Not in the same bout.
Okay.
You both have to be in the same thing.
You have to wear the same apparel.
Yeah.
They were complaining about his dirty gi the whole time. I'm taking.
Yeah,
it
like
as
imagine-
filthy.
Imagine being in a pro fight and you've worked the whole season to get there, and then no one's paying attention to your athleticism. It's just how awful your gi is.
They were making
you
noise
are-
like, we can
Do you
smell
know where
it
the
from
black
here.
belt came from?
No, because
Yeah, like-
The original
reason-
black belt,
No.
where the idea of it came from.
no.
It was a belt that was so dirty it turned black.
I
as in
think that's
it's been
not
used so
actually legit, though. I think
That's
that's
a
a
myth.
myth.
I don't know. My
That's a
25
myth.
years of martial arts, studied mixed martial arts before it was trendy.
much. Right, I'm
It's
going to get
stories
my
that-
No,
brother's
I think
Dictionary
it's, I think
phrase
it's a
and fable.
myth. I think it's a
Right.
myth.
I'm going
Yeah,
to
it's a
debunk it live on
When a practitioner's had a
That's
black
what
belt
Creator
long enough,
Shirinjiru told me, so
when,
I'm going to go with
when
it.
a martial arts practitioner has had their black belt long enough, sometimes it starts to wear out and turn white because the inside of it is white.
My black belt is white. It's fallen apart mostly.
There you go.
That's
Mine's
probably because Erica is actually a primatologist. And not even close, by the way. Not even close.
The belt system mainly comes from the Koreans anyway. So
What I have learned to do
From the
so that
where?
I don't interrupt everybody on the stream is I'm
It's
doing
Korea.
I'm doing
Taekwondo style.
crosswords so
Ah.
that I can occupy myself so that I don't interrupt everybody like I've been
That's
accused
what-
of doing previously.
That's what I do, Phoebe. I'm playing Halo right now, or else I will just talk the whole time because I'm excited to see everybody. I love all
Shots
of them.
fired.
Kerry's
That's right. It's pigskin.
tidied my book away
Hey,
somewhere.
can someone
painting.
please execute Order 66, Lord Dissident? How dare you? How dare you? I'm just kidding. Don't do it, guys. Don't do it.
No, don't do it.
Well-
We're just joking. We're just kidding.
These are
I
jokes.
got to be honest with you. I kind of agree with him.
What's that? Oh, well.
Well, if you bring up my screen, I have an
Football.
execute Order 66 on it right now. So
You do?
Yep.
Huh? Wait. Oh.
Nice.
Oh.
the pitch that I was working on for Star Wars.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that kind of looks a
Still
little
not-
bit like the Visions thing they got going on there.
Yeah, my style is
Star Wars.
definitely kind of anime-like. So
Yeah, definitely.
Can someone please? Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Neil.
No, it's okay.
So can someone please explain to me why I don't like Scarlet Witch and Vision?
I don't know.
You mean
Later, Kyle.
one division?
Yeah, I don't like WandaVision.
Good.
The first 3 episodes are rubbish, but then it gets good.
So you don't like the show? Big deal.
No, I'm just like, because everyone else seems to love it, and what am I missing? Is there like
thought it was great.
some like
I thought it was pretty good.
undercurrent? There's like
Mikey-
some undercurrent that I'm missing.
Mikey, apparently you're missing episode 4.
Yeah, that's it.
Have you watched the whole thing?
Yeah, I went through I got sick last year, and I had to miss a day from work, so I sat on the couch with fucking soup and blankets, and I watched the whole thing out of rage, and I was like, why did I
Maybe
have
that
to
was
watch
the
the first?
problem.
Why did I have to watch the first 3 episodes? This is stupid. What is
Well, okay. Well, yeah.
was that? So is that like a calculated risk where like people were like willing to trust them and I wasn't, or is it just kind of one of those things where it does actually fit with the show?
I'm
I felt
with
like
you,
it didn't
mate.
really fit.
I'm with you. Like the
it-
first 3 episodes, because they were trying to sort of like crowbar in references to sort of 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s sitcoms,
yeah.
and
It was
then
all
the actual story
back
kicked in
to
after that.
sitcoms.
But I felt like those could have just been flashbacks and not the first, I don't know,
She
300
loved
minutes of the show.
she loved sitcoms. That was like the big thing, and then she made a life that was like a sitcom.
It's
And then
so
each
weird that
episode was
she's-
a different era of sitcom.
But isn't
That
Scarlet
was a
Witch like?
spoiler.
Isn't Scarlet Witch like top 3 or 4 most powerful people in the MCU? Like she's like
Maybe.
way up there.
No,
right?
she's what do they call it?
Omega, right?
No, it's higher than that.
She's-
It's
Well,
like
she's
the
an Omega
power
level
of
mutant.
reality. So-
Kronos level, something like that.
And
She's
when
Chaos.
she-
technically-
Chaos. She uses chaos magic.
Oh, what the fuck is this shit? First of all, evolutionists isn't a word. It's not a real thing. There are scientists that study evolution.
How do you explain away the dinosaur soft tissue? Just talk to what was it, Maria?
I don't understand the question.
The paleontologist who basically said, who's like a devout Christian, who says, "I hate it when idiot creationists try to argue with the science behind why evolution is real and how this works."
It's not because evolution is someone who believes in evolution. Oh, I see. You don't have to believe in evolution. It's there, whether you like it or not.
Yep, evolution is
like
real.
saying I believe this. It's like saying I believe I'm doing a crossword.
Not only is it there, it's an observable fact.
Yeah,
every fucking day.
Here is an observable fact that I am doing a crossword.
Yep.
You're a crosswordist.
That's it, Mary Schweitzer.
And it's Mary Schweitzer. Yeah, that's right.
By the
why
way,
don't you, Gregory? Why don't you use your fucking brain for a second and actually Google
I
it?
can't find any evidence of the black belt origins being what we were just told.
The what?
Thank you.
What?
It's a story handed down. It most likely is myth, like he was saying.
Yeah, I'm looking at several sites.
Phoebe, I sent you a message on Discord.
Okay, do you guys want to know the truth about the fucking black belt? I'll tell you. I made him. All right.
There's mountains of evidence.
I didn't have any white belts left, and all I had was blue belts, and I had to make them white. So I tried black paint because then I was going to do like a negative filter on the window, and it didn't work. Okay, so
because in some disciplines, the purple belt is the highest rank.
In several forms of kung fu, it's a red sash.
Yeah,
it's the belt system is not universal. It never was.
Yeah.
But in the real sports, it's the WWE Heavyweight Championship.
Oh, see, you guys have been taking information from this man, not knowing that he's a wrestling fan all along.
Wow.
Not even a real wrestling fan.
No.
Not Greco-Roman.
Whoa.
Yeah, because real wrestling's cool to watch, like Greco-Roman freestyle.
Yeah.
Like or cool
know,
wrestling style.
Luchadors, so
I'm an OG Progress Wrestling fan.
No, he's not.
Yeah,
no, you're not.
I appreciate the athleticism to do the wrestling.
This statement is incorrect. You're not waiting on anything. The evidence for evolution is all around. It's
you're ignoring the evidence.
You're ignoring the evidence.
Black lives matter.
Wow.
I'll share that one. Right.
The other great origin of the black belt is I'm wearing it. I used to hold my pants up.
That's pretty much. I mean, yeah, the belt exists to hold your gi closed.
Yeah.
So,
and not only that, people that were pretty decent were wearing leather belts, which were black.
And those come from the
belt system is never a universal thing. There are styles that don't use them, and there are styles that use sashes, like kung fu, things of that nature.
Yeah, Shaolin as well.
That's usually a form of kung fu. So yeah.
Shaolin, Wing Chun, all those. It's
Kung Pao.
under the same.
I don't believe.
No, Mikey.
I saw the movie.
Mikey, if you have Kung Pao Kung Fu, it's probably going to burn your mouth off.
No, it'll be fine.
Mike is allergic to chicken.
That is true.
I know.
So we can't have the Kung Pao Kung Fu.
I love the Buddha Palm and the Kung Pao move.
Mikey, if you ever come over here, I'm going to introduce you to a Bombay Bad Boy pot noodle. Change your world.
No, you're not, because you're going to take him to A&E before he finishes it. He opens it, he looks in it, he has one mouth, and he goes, "Oh God, feeling ill now. Take me to A&E now."
What is it? What is this dehydrated powdered mess you're showing me?
Just to give Gregory a little bit of an answer to his question, the T-Rex bone that Mary found the soft tissue in happened to be preserved in a way that it allowed it even after 75 million years. And by the way, it's not the first bone that has ever been found that has had soft tissue.
They also have to dissolve it in acid to find it.
Yes, that's right. So there have been many, many, many examples of soft tissue in dinosaur bones.
Oh, is that them?
65 million years.
The other thing I will say.
Hold on. Is that them saying that the fossil is like young?
Yes, they're trying to say.
Yeah, they're trying to say it's young. Mary Schweitzer is like You don't understand how this works. Go away.
Yeah, I was wondering why they kept like bringing that up.
Pretty much, yeah.
What I will say is, to Gregory, have you ever seen something preserved in amber or honey? Something preserved in They have found honey in the tombs of the ancient Egyptians, which have had things preserved in them in a near perfect state. And are you trying to say that was yesterday that I did it and just whipped it out my backside? For goodness sakes.
No, the honey was preserved, but any contents within that honey would decay at its natural rate.
Wouldn't honey's like the one food that doesn't go bad, right?
Yes, that's what I'm
honey
saying.
will never go bad. Full stop.
Yeah.
I had somebody once.
Phoebe,
that's not entirely true.
Phoebe, don't pull things out of your backside unless they're meant to go in there. Okay.
Okay.
Whoa, here we go.
Okay.
Everyone, sit back, get your popcorn. It's going off.
Burn.
I need to make sure Phoebe's being safe with the honey. Okay.
Okay.
You don't tell people what to do with their honey.
Just so you know,
more honey.
I just care about Phoebe a lot. Okay.
Just
And
so
I
you
care
know.
about Ben a lot.
While honey is certainly as what they claim a superfood, if you leave it out unsealed in a human environment, it will spoil.
Yeah, but that's what we're saying. Out.
Honey is one of the primary ways you can get botulism.
Yes.
I know that.
That is like the standard board's question for botulism. If you have honey in a question and a baby, it's probably botulism.
But the thing is, Neil, you put two caveats in there: unsealed and exposed.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if you
Even
take those
sealed,
two caveats away,
it will go bad over time. It takes a long time, but it will go bad.
it's like wine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A decent wine, if it's sealed, you're golden.
I've got wine that's
wine
was
can
bottled
go bad
over
goes
over
sunlight.
120 years ago.
What?
Yeah. It was a gift for my wedding.
How do you even
120 years ago?
No. It's wine that was made 120 years ago that I got a bottle of for my
You just
wedding.
doxed yourself, mate.
Oh no. My wedding was in 2003. That's not 120 years ago.
So I have a
2003.
podcast with the tall, friendly atheist dad, and I told him what your age is, and he almost fell over when he found out what your age was.
Wow.
Neil?
He couldn't believe it. He said, I would have pegged him at late 30s, early 40s.
Go on.
Hello, Eric, by the way.
Ooh.
So Eric spoke with Mary Schweitzer on the phone because you wanted the truth about the T-Rex soft tissue. That was the final nail in the coffin to my days as a YEC. It made me angry at YEC's lying about her. They lie, but they have to, or else nothing jives with what they believe to be true.
Can I ask, as a young, naive Brit, what is a YEC, please?
Young Earth
I
Creation.
was going to ask you. Young Earth Creationist, okay.
Everybody.
I think you got the C word wrong.
Nope. No.
I see.
You cunting arsehole.
You guys really like that word over there, don't you?
They love
Yes,
it.
we do.
They can't get enough of it.
I drop a cunt every time I can.
Now let me ask you a question, you weirdo Europeans. Do you say?
Whoa, Mikey! Did you just address us as Europeans?
Finish.
No,
hold
no.
on,
He
hold
said
on.
weirdo Europeans.
Yeah, I was very specific.
Yeah.
Do you say fuck or cunt more?
They're interchangeable.
I would say fuck. Cunt is a term of endearment.
Like
What are you doing over there?
Oh, wow.
You can say you're silly cunt or you
Look,
silly fuck.
Right.
if I was to go walk down the street and I was to see Wayne, I'd go, "What's up, you old cunt? You old cunt,
Exactly.
what you been doing?"
I'm like, Phoebe, you soppy cunt. How you doing?
Ah, you fucker. You're a right fucker, you are saying that, me old cunt.
Yeah,
That is literally how we would walk up and introduce ourselves.
that's how we roll.
And you guys are talking about the Queen's English. You know, I'm so sick of.
Here's the thing, though.
No,
Here's
that's
the
not
thing,
the
though.
Queen's
She
English.
says it. She
Nope.
says it whenever Charles says, "When am I getting the throne?" Fuck off, you cunt.
Yeah, you see that's not the Queen's English. That's the King's.
No, because we ain't got a king. And
How's that work?
when Prince Andrew walked in, she went, "Look, I've got a sword here, you cunt. What are you going to do about this?" Epstein's been fucking off. What's happening to you?
Oh no, you guys are turning on the tons of bonobos in the chat.
Somebody in the chat.
I'm
not in the chat. Let me
someone in the chat. Eric says he has a YouTube channel called Eric the Tyrannoceratops, primarily because of the phone call. If somebody can go grab that link and pop it in there so people can check it out.
I'd rather not.
I'm on it.
Why?
Because I'm technically inept.
I don't have a wrench.
I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, yeah, that's true. People that have wrenches are the ones that can do that.
I can do it. I've got a spanner.
So I got an article here that claims, okay, many people have heard. Many people have heard of jars of honey being unearthed in ancient Egyptian tombs, still as good to eat as the day they were sealed. These stories have led many people to believe that honey simply doesn't go bad ever. But is that really true?
So, yes. You can't just posit a question and then just stop.
Conclusion.
I'm getting to it. Okay, as it contains organic acids, such as gluconic acid, which is responsible for its characteristic acidic taste, the pollen found in unfiltered honey contains very small amounts of proteins, enzymes, and amino acids, and vitamins. There are also traces of minerals such as potassium, particularly in the darker varieties, though the amounts are too small to be nutritionally relevant. Why honey can last a very long time? Honey has a few special properties that help it last a long time, including high sugar and low moisture content. So, an acidic nature and antimicrobial enzymes are produced by bees, so that helps in why honey lasts so long. But they can end up with growths of like bacteria and fungi at some point as well, which sounds like the honey they found in Egypt, which actually did have some fungi and stuff in it. So as long as it's maintained sealed, like today's type of sealing, then it can be maintained for many years. But as soon as it starts getting crystallized, that's when the problems start happening. So honey can go bad.
But here's the thing, though. If you don't have any of those pathogens in the jar to start with...
Which doesn't really happen.
But you're in a sterile environment to start with. You're in a sterile environment.
Autoclave your honey.
I know some people that do. They live in fake Ireland.
They autoclave their honey.
Is that Fireland?
Yes, he does. I was given a jar of his honey, and he does autoclave the damn stuff, apparently. Well, that's what he told me, anyway.
Every time that you guys have said honey, it went dirty in my head. I'm sorry. Honey, if you guys want to replay that last 5 minutes back in your head and just imagine every time honey was just some sort of weird sexual innuendo, it is a very interesting conversation.
Wait, we weren't having sexual innuendos the entire time?
Bonobos.
Hey, Eric the Tyrannosaurus. Welcome.
Are bonobos just band kids?
Yep.
I mean, I was a band kid, and I am student Dr. Bonobo, so yes.
Right on. The Canucks are up over Seattle 2-0. That's great.
I thought you were a Seattle fan with the Canucks.
That one time at Bonobo camp?
Bonobo camp.
Hey, look, the bonobos are spreading.
Oh, I see, Eric. You got your channel name in there. Okay, good. Okay.
Right, the nearest thing I can get is a jar of sealed mincemeat, which will last me 2023.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Wow.
You're an embarrassment to England at points, Wayne.
Why
You're
do
an
you have
embarrassment.
that?
Look, there it is, right there. Jar of mincemeat. From Lidl.
You want to know something? I have the exact same jar in my cupboard that I purchased from Lidl's at their Christmas special. I also purchased their blocks of fondant icing that came as well. Did you get a block of fondant icing?
No, but I've got loads of pre-rolled puff pastry that I'm going to make these into little
Why do
shaped.
you call something meat that isn't meat?
Right.
Also, Wayne, your fridge is open.
Real quick here. Real quick here. Eric in the chat there, Eric the Tyrannoceratops. Do we follow each other on Twitter? I've got a lot of followers. I
want to hear his deconversion story.
Nah, so I was just gonna say, if he's got something he wants to share, he can pop in.
Phoebe.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I see it, Mikey. I see it.
We seem to have scared away the young Earth creationists, so
I'm pretty sure he got nuked.
The reason they call it mincemeat is because they used to preserve meat through layers of fruit. And at the end of it,
Right.
you'd get this.
Yeah, Jonathan nuked him. Sorry.
no loss.
Phoebe.
Who keeps on wanting me?
Look to your bottom left at the glory of the open fridge.
Yeah, but your name's not Wayne.
I could do real time if you like. I could just do this and then just.
Yeah, go ahead and do that, Wayne. That's a great idea.
Yeah, just yank your headphones right out of there.
Yeah, I've got wired.
Hey, Wayne, your fridge is open.
Oh, yes. Screenshots all day. Thank you. Can't believe you fell for
Yeah,
that.
it's an open freezer. Got it.
No, it's my fridge. It's my cupboard doors here. I'm using a different camera.
That I'm just gonna nod and agree.
No,
Everyone's gonna open their fridge.
I'm using a different camera.
We broke Phoebe.
He could feel his wife starting to yell at him for leaving that open. So he's like, let me just.
Matt Pig showed up.
Neil, you're a Canucks fan, you said?
Hey, Matt Pig, and you're also claimed honey.
Neil?
He knew you were talking about him.
Yes, I am.
You are? Well, we got real team here.
A real team. Oh, I see.
Tons of band kids.
Thing is, I can't chat in here because I'm signed in on the account.
Eric,
I come up as Neil.
You'll see this as my profile picture, by the way.
Open up the actual thing.
What? What's going on, Math Pig? What's up?
Hello, Math Pig.
Also, why are 3 Brits on this stream at 4 o'clock in the morning?
I don't
Nothing
know.
else to do.
You are really bored.
I have a question. What is something that all Canadians have in their house, all British people have in their house, and all Americans have in their house? Can you let me finish, Wayne? Jeez.
No.
Calm down.
Money,
Excitable
Sex.
little bonobo.
condoms.
Sex.
I'm going with Dr. Ben's answer.
It has to be something unique to your country. So I think America, I'd have to say like barbecue sauce. I think all of us have barbecue sauce in our house, and I don't think they all have barbecue sauce in their houses.
Nope.
Oh, you're thinking like maple syrup for us Canadians, right?
White American
Maybe
don't have
something-
barbecue sauce.
Y'all don't have no barbecue sauce. All right, hold on. Let me. Yellow mustard. Is that something we all have?
Nope.
I don't have any. But
Ranch dressing.
I do not allow ranch into my home, and I also do not allow
I'm allergic
A1
to
steak
mayonnaise,
sauce.
so that's out.
What do you got against ranch?
I hate ranch.
Ranch is beautiful.
No, ranch is trash. It is
Well,
the
I
gutter
have
of.
decided that
I
I
like
need
peppercorn ranch myself.
Now that I can
Ranch
do
makes
okay.
me very sick, so no.
This is what you want. Look at this stuff.
Yes. Yes.
Is that the consensus from the Brits? But does everybody have that?
Also, it's
I
from
should.
Sainsbury's. It's from Sainsbury's, so yes.
And Jer, salt is a little vague, my love. You're gonna need something more specific than salt.
Pink Himalayan.
All right,
Pink Himalayan salt.
Phoebe, come on.
Yes.
Pink Himalayan salt dildos. Yes.
Yes, that is it. 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 That is
Everyone
it.
has
Everybody
Himalayan salt
Leon Perrins.
dildos.
Everybody has Leon Perrins.
No, everyone has Himalayan salt dildos. Phoebe, come on.
This comment from Jonathan Fuller. Hello, Jonathan. Nope, I have Dusseldorf mustard. It's what yellow mustard told its parents it was going to college to be.
And Eric's asking if he saw his friend request.
Oh, no. Hey, I'll check.
Yeah, Mikey, I'm on the
Hey guys,
OG cam.
I'm going to call it a night. You guys all have a good one.
It's already called a night, Ollie. That's what they call it.
You're going to call it a morning,
Good
are
night.
you?
Good night, Ollieman.
Good night, Ollie.
Hi, Ollie.
Good night.
Take care of the East Coast, my friend.
I will. Cheers.
Good night. Cheers.
Peepus.
He's got to lock
It's
up
only
on
11
the
o'clock on the East Coast. What's the big deal?
Huh?
No, he's an hour
o'clock.
past that. He's in Atlantic time. He's 1 more hour over.
Ah, so it's midnight.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the future.
Peepus.
Oh, I see it now. I see it there. There we go. Jesus Christ, Randolph. Thank you.
Phoebe, I Peepus. Oh, we got Peepus. Peepus truck. Peepus. Peepus. Peepus.
Peepus for the win.
I know what we all have in our larders or cupboards. Those pepper pots with the grinder built on top. Everyone's got one of them.
Oh, we've got those.
Because we're lazy as fuck.
We've got those. We've got those. That's not specific to y'all. I know all of you have electric kettles, though.
Yeah.
Yes, because we're
I have an
actually
electric
sensible.
kettle.
Because we're sensible enough to have a voltage that can handle an electric kettle.
I have an electric kettle right behind me.
Yeah, but you are
That's a
not
share.
representative of
Wait.
the average American.
Why
Yeah, we
wouldn't
all
I
have
not have
Keurig.
an electric kettle?
I have a Keurig.
You're shunned by your population. There's a red cross on your door.
No, probably.
No, it's not. I looked.
Wait, is this right? Donald
What?
Fagan sent me a fucking friend request.
Who's Donald
Who's Donald
Fagan?
Fagan?
Who's
Man,
Donald
I know
Fagan?
Fagan.
You guys,
No.
you don't.
Is that the guy with Oliver Twist and the little orphan kids?
Oh,
Yes.
shut
Didn't
up.
he
Yes.
reject you when you asked for more? When you asked for seconds? If you reject you,
No, it's not that guy. That's a different guy.
The
I
Artful
want
Dodger's
some
dad.
more.
Yeah.
Please, sir, want some more?
Donald Fagan was one of the co-founders of the band Steely Dan.
I don't even know what that
Oh,
is.
that can't be real. There's
It's
no
a fake
way.
account.
Don't do
it's
it.
like, it's,
So
like, it's,
you
like
see-
getting, it's like getting a friend request from the founding,
Neil,
one
Neil,
of the founding
Neil.
members of the Humanoid.
Neil, you know when you bought the Lego, when you bought the
Yes.
Millennium Falcon.
Of course, I know.
You know, like when some really hot woman messages you saying, "Oh, I really like your profile picture. We should be friends," and you
Yes.
click "Okay." It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, no, I don't click OK.
You know, some of those are Russian spies, right?
I've got one actually just recently.
Russian spy.
Eric, hey, link to join the stream. Oh, you want to join the stream, Eric? Oh, sure. Hold on 1 second. Hold on there.
No, it's cool. Eric, don't try to holler at me. I would have given you a link, but now I refuse.
Let's get Wonder Lady in here too.
Tell it to him. He's just a producer.
I'll never give him a link ever.
See, especially when Mikey's just overlaying his entire background
That's
on
right.
me.
That's right.
Oh,
We're in the same room. I'm just bigger.
Phoebe,
Speaking
Your
of those types of things that you get like
What's
in
that, Allison?
Messenger and whatnot.
your skirt is cute.
Thank you.
No problem.
Almost
I
as cute
did
as
a
me.
good job. I did a good job designing that one. I think that was
No,
one
it's
of my
not
better
cute.
pieces.
I got one here from somebody called Diesel Power Gear.
Oh.
I guess I said yeah, I accepted their. That says, "Hello, congratulations on being selected as one of today's $250 winners." And
Wow.
yeah, no.
I love them.
Seems
Yeah.
trustworthy.
Bye-bye.
Do you know what I love is when people share them like, "Oh, you've won a Tesco's voucher for £50. Share and like with your friends, and you could be in with a chance of winning £100 voucher." Like, come on, mate.
Here's the thing, though. Do you remember computers for schools vouchers?
Yes.
Did you know how much you needed to have spent in Tesco's to get one computer for a school?
Yep.
£500,000.
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
You need to spend £500,000 per computer.
Well, even like a Tesco's club card voucher, you have to spend £100 to get £1.
Yeah, it's a 1% ratio, but it's only once you've gone over in multiples of 100.
Eric's here.
Eric.
All right.
Pleasure to meet you.
What's up, everybody?
Welcome to the club.
Hello.
Welcome to the Bonobo party.
Hey, everybody. But yeah, I found Neil about 2019, I believe, was when the Dapper Dino was on here.
Yes.
And,
yeah.
And so it's a funny story how I met Dapper Dino. I met him because in 2019, I actually debated Kent Hovind. And so, so prior to that, I was trying to watch all Kent Hovind's past debates. Then I saw his debate with Dapper. As soon as he said that he doesn't know how to identify a dinosaur, I was like, okay, this right here, I'm going to use against him, because Kent and I actually debated on if humans ever coexisted with dinosaurs or not. And I'm like, okay, if you can't even tell me anatomically what a dinosaur is, you have no authority, man.
Well, we have coexisted with dinosaurs. They're just known as birds now.
Oh, well, birds, yeah. Birds. But I mean, like T-Rex, Triceratops, all the non-avian dinosaurs, we know that never happened.
Sure.
Hey, Eric. Alligators and fucking crocodiles.
Hey, Eric, how do you like this evolved? How do you like this evolved T-Rex picture I got here?
Oh man, that was a badass.
Neil, can you remove?
Totally real.
Thank you.
Debate with me, Ken Hovind. Yeah, I re-uploaded on my Counter Creationism channel, so you can just go watch it on there.
There you go.
But yeah, I was very respectful to Kent Hovind the entire time, and he got pretty arrogant during it. And
what? No.
But I mean, of course,
never.
But yeah.
To be fair, I saw some of Neil's debate, and he countered with Blue Eyes White Dragon. I'm like,
I didn't really debate Hovind.
But yeah,
because everybody loves Magical Trevor. Everybody loves Magical Trevor.
Oh, T-Rex hates push-ups. Classic, absolute classic. But yeah, after I debated Ken Hovind, was when I found out about his past, with abusing his wives. Afterwards, I went, maybe I was being too nice to him, and I'm like, that's really not okay, man.
You can say that because it's in court records.
He's a grifter. I mean, there's no way he believes the crap that he's doing. He's just trying to make a buck.
Ken Hovind has been corrected so many times about the Ica stones and all those long debunked creationism arguments, and he refuses to correct himself. And even when I debated him, Kent brought up the infamous Ica stones, and I showed him pictures of side-by-side comparisons, of whatever that guy's name was who carved the Ica stones, showing how clearly that he got them from magazines.
Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
No, Marcus Waring, please.
I actually
Jamie Oliver.
When I was a younger creationist, I can't
Clarkson.
believe I used to use Ica stones. I can't believe that, man. I was so ignorant back.
Well, that's what people like Ken Hovind are trying to get their money off of. That's what they're trying to do, is attack people like that.
Oh no, where did he disappear to? What happened?
No,
he got swallowed up by the Ica stones.
I was about to say, Ken Hovind is very connected. He's very well connected.
Right. You
okay, I have no idea.
I've got to go.
No, you don't. You're choosing to go.
Lies.
No, I have got to go because I've got to take the kids swimming in 6 hours.
My story of
all right, brother.
And I may drown if I cannot maintain,
Equilibrium. Maintain equilibrium.
Swim safely.
Hey, wait, why don't you just stand up? You're not swimming in the fucking ocean. Just stand up. It's a swimming pool.
Oh yeah, I'm going with Florence.
The water's 1.5 feet deep. stand up, sir.
Foot and a half.
It's as deep as this.
The shittiest pool ever. Don't dive in at that deep.
No diving, very strict.
Might break your fucking neck or something. Right, anyway, it was lovely to see you all. Pleasure as always.
Good to see you, Wayne.
Yeah, of course.
Bye,
Don't
Wayne.
do something I would do.
I'll reach through the sauna and say goodbye now.
Oh, I've got to do this right. Okay. Oh,
jeez.
I felt it.
I know. I am that good.
So Ox just sent me a picture on Twitter, and it's
violated and special.
It's Peepus, and then it's got my channel logo on it. It says proud sponsor of Student Dr. Ben.
Oh, that cease and desist letter is going to be harsh.
Yeah.
Who? I don't even know who you are.
Wild Heart.
Anyone?
I don't even remember the first Wild. I don't remember the first Wild Heart.
Oh, I know Wild Heart. Yeah, he's fairly new in the communities. He's trying to get more involved. He's an atheist.
Okay, that doesn't really matter, but
all right. So
I don't
have
know.
a question for all of you.
7.
So, question for all of you.
Yes.
Out of all of the arguments for younger creationism that you all have heard, what's the worst one you all have ever heard? There's a lot of
the worst one I have ever heard
Yeah.
for young Earth creationism was probably came out of the mouth of the former First Minister of Northern Ireland, where she's turned around and said, Earth was created with all of these additional parts to it so that we would have interesting things to go and do whilst we were there.
Wow.
So God made it, and then we have all of things like the Giant's Causeway, because she was standing at the Giant's Causeway, and she said, well, this was here just so that we could be entertained, and it was interesting for us.
That's very considerate.
Probably the
Even
worst
if it's
one
not
I've
true.
ever heard is Ray Comfort's infamous banana argument, which I actually did a video not too while ago on it, but yeah, it's really bad. The banana argument, and the crocoduck's pretty bad too.
I saw that you debunked him, and I just looking at your channel for the banana stuff. Did you know that Ray Comfort moved on to apples? You might need to do another debunk video.
And broccoli.
Oranges and lemons.
I'll send you the link. I'll send you the link.
Okay,
It'll be in the private chat in a moment.
Okay, sometimes because of how absurd the banana argument is and the crocoduck, I sometimes think, okay, is Ray Comfort, Kirk Cameron, are they genuine or are they just pose?
No, they're genuine.
I think they're genuine.
That's the disturbing thing.
And whatnot, and he can hold it perfectly. And the crocoduck, I mean, sometimes I wonder, are they genuine or are they just pose?
Are you the Eric of Eric with Eric?
What?
Okay.
No.
You know what I'm talking about on Dapper's channel?
Like where him and Erica debunk Eric Hovind. So trust me, I am not the same.
Oh, it is. It's Erica with Eric. That's right. My bad.
Yeah. So funny. I actually was supposed to debate Ken Hovind a second time in April 2020. I was supposed to debate him on if birds are dinosaurs, and I kid you not, during my opening statement, Ken Hovind chickened out.
He dinosaured out.
During my opening statement. And so then afterwards, I was like, shoot, I should find someone else to debate. I actually was trying to set up a debate like with Ken Hovind's son. With his son, Eric Hovind. I thought, hey, it'd be funny, Eric going up against Eric. But yeah,
Those two don't get along. Those two don't get along.
Which two don't get along?
Ken Hovind and his son, Eric Hovind.
Oh, I never heard of that.
Or something.
Trouble in Paradise.
Okay, well,
I went
Big
to
trouble. When Ken Hovind was in prison, Eric Hovind was supposed to look after the business, but then took the business away. And there's more to it than that, but that's Ken Hovind was not at all happy about that.
Yeah.
Okay, I see Gregory Burlington, that guy from Bible says the earth is flat. Where?
Oh, it not necessarily says it's flat, but it does have a thing about there being a what do you call it over top? What do they call it? That's the word. Firmament over top. Yes.
So
And it's four pillars and stuff like that.
Turtles all the way down.
Yeah, turtles.
Yes.
It's ridiculous.
That actually was one of the things that actually got me away from young Earth creationism. It's like when I was first exposed to modern day flat earthers, I'm like, you've got to be kidding me! Like modern day flat earthers, that was debunked like centuries ago. And then when I did research, I found out. I'm like,
the Greeks fucking proved the Earth was a sphere.
Day 2, the firmament. Yeah. That was one of the things that got me to rethink how literally to take the Bible.
Mm-hmm. The Bible's
because I'm not going to believe in a flat Earth. Do that.
No, or that the Earth is at the center of our solar system too.
Yeah, and actually, that also was one of the things that got me away from YEC. It was like when I did research, when I found out geocentrism and whatnot. Okay, pretty much history repeats itself. Pretty much what was going on then with geocentrism, going on to, but just with evolution. And it makes sense to me, at least. Yeah.
So, Eric, that's right. I would like to have you on for an episode to hear your whole story, if you're up for it.
Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah, it's quite the story. It's so much of a story that I can actually see an entire movie made out of it.
That sounds awesome.
You get an hour, homie.
And,
you might have to do a double feature with this guy, Neil.
Yeah, maybe.
It's going to have to be before then.
You need to include seagulls, magic fridges, and the sounds of doorbells.
Sounds of sirens.
So...
All right, I'll talk to you on Facebook about it, all right?
All right, cool. What's really
my deconversion story is boring in comparison, so yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty much because I left Young Earth creationism, the whole story about how I came and left Young YEC is pretty much the reason why that I'm on the path that I am now, like with college. I actually am going to college to become a paleontologist.
Oh, awesome.
Ooh, very
That's
cool.
Fantastic.
Yeah. This is my apartment.
Very cool.
That's wonderful.
I think that's a replica again. I have a Triceratops joint there. That glass. Got all
That's
my
amazing.
fossils there. And
That's so cool.
Yeah,
I'm envious as fuck.
my
right
rarest specimen. Yeah, my rarest one. A vertebrae of a Spinosaurus. This was really hard to get my hands on.
now. Wow, cool.
That was very cool.
Yeah,
Mikey,
totally.
what I would say is if you don't close that fridge, it will start to burn out. So,
No, it's not my
But
fridge.
the-
I don't care. You can buy another one.
well, there you
Yeah,
go.
this actually was a gift that I got from my professor. This is quartz.
Tons of mice want one of the sodas from Wayne's fridge.
I took mineralogy during the fall, and and I learned like that quartz is the most abundant mineral out there. So it's cool. Like that I got it for free and all that. And let's see, this is one I actually found myself. I found Edmontosaurus tailbone.
Cool.
Very cool.
Yeah, I found on my own, and it's definitely quite the story. I mean, with how I came and left Young Earth creationism, it's very different from other people's stories. So
I found my tailbone one time. I was trying to rollerblade, and there was a railing, and boy, let me tell you, I found that sucker fast.
I found my my right knee very good that way myself. So yeah, I hear you.
What happened to rollerblading? No one rollerblades anymore. No one. I've seen 6 people in the last 10 years on rollerblades in public.
Oh yeah, so
because they went back to roller
this is a question
skates.
that I'll ask you guys sooner, but do you guys think that most modern day flat earthers are they genuine or are they just pose?
Oh no, they're genuine.
Some of them are genuine.
think
Some
it
of them are just
depends.
doing it because the big.
I suspect it's about half and half,
Yeah.
but the problem is I can't tell which half is which.
I'm gonna take a quick break.
Yeah.
Guys. Be right back.
All right.
Okay, but yeah, I remember when I was on my journey to leave young Earth creationism, and when I became aware of modern day flat Earth.
Gotta call my mom.
So I thought, you know what?
Okay.
I
So I
just
said
want to
hi.
understand why do people believe this. So that was when I joined Nathan Thompson's Facebook group, and I just wanted to speak to them, like, okay, why do you believe this? Some of the reasonings they gave me were absurd. One of them told me the Earth is flat because toilet water is flat.
Are you a globe Earth? Are you a globe Earth conspiracy theorist now?
It's
But
a
yeah,
conspiracy.
But yeah, I guess that you can say the only thing that flat earthers, the only thing that flat earthers have to fear is to fear itself.
Yeah, but here's the thing: do they accept that? Okay, what's their explanation of the Coriolis effect then?
It doesn't exist.
The flat earthers?
Yeah,
it doesn't exist.
Or how radar works?
It doesn't exist.
And then God created tax
evaders.
I also met a flat
Which reminds me, I need to file my taxes. Thank you. I need to file my taxes by the end of the month.
Kent Hovind inspired something good for a change.
I need to file my taxes by the end of the month. Thank you.
Yeah,
I am so horny for my fucking W-2. I'm ready.
Kent Hovind will be so proud.
Yeah, this is the worst argument that I heard from a flat earther, and I go, okay, I don't know if you're serious or if you're a Poe. One of them said the Earth is flat because football doesn't exist. Like, what the fuck? What does that have to do with the shape of the Earth?
I had somebody try to argue that the event horizon proved that the Earth was flat.
Yeah, like they're saying that all football players are just holograms, and it's all a big.
That's true. Now that's true.
Football players are holograms.
Obviously.
Yep.
Yep.
Those
Everyone
are
can see that.
really good holograms, man. It's because football's been around since like what, the
7th century?
Yeah, like a century. So those are some really good holograms, man.
Ancient aliens made the computers.
Australia also doesn't exist, so
there's that.
Yeah, I'll grant you that. Australia doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
Allison, what are you
Yeah,
up to?
and about what the fuck does
are you up to?
Australia have to do with
What
the
am I
shape
up
of
to?
the Earth?
Yeah,
they have to just.
I'm painting on my tablet. Why?
Just curious.
So
Oh,
Eric, no, the reason why Australia has to be denied by them is because of their like the flight patterns of airplanes. Like they have to ignore the entire southern hemisphere in order to make their patterns work. So that's why Australia doesn't exist.
It's still really absurd, like, to deny the existence of an entire country.
Yep.
But, here's the thing. If you have to resort to lying, and if you have to resort to denying reality, I think it's time to get new beliefs.
No, man, you're the one denying reality.
Yeah,
You've
you're
never
denying
been to
reality.
Australia. You
How
don't
am I?
know.
When
You
I
don't
have-
know. Kangaroos are just CGI deer, rabbit, sheep, and we all know it.
I think dinosaurs shooting laser beams at each other is a better belief than dinosaurs ancient.
Dinosaurs shooting laser beams is a better belief than Australia. So,
I mean, were you there? Do you know that the dinosaurs didn't have lasers? Were you there?
Were you there?
Hey, we've got an artist depiction here too.
Or I believe, like, was when he was talking about having sharks shoot out laser beams. I think that was in Austin Powers.
It happens every day.
When Neil comes back, I'll ask him to share my screen again so you can see what I'm doing, PP.
Yeah, where did Neil go anyway?
He's talking to his mom.
He went out for a pack of cigarettes. He said, "I'll be right back."
He always takes a break at some point during the night.
Because he's on anticoagulants as well, so he needs to get up and move occasionally.
Nothing on the going out for a pack of cigarettes joke. I am shocked and appalled.
Yeah, that's because we don't encourage the consumption of tobacco.
It's the old trope, like the dad says he's going out for a pack of cigarettes and then he just leaves.
And never comes back.
And he never comes back. And then Neil went out for a pack. All right, never mind.
This is
Alice, are you on the tweet box?
Bonobos.
Sorry, what?
Bonobos.
Are you on the Tweety box?
Tweaky box?
Twitter.
Yes, I'm on Twitter. Sorry.
The Bird app.
Bird app.
How dare you not understand Phoebe's made up word for something that's already made up?
Hey, fridge magnet.
Right.
It's allison.d.mclone on Twitter. And I was doing this in honor of George Perez, who basically came out. He created Raven, if anyone didn't know. And he basically came out. He has like stage 4 cancer, pancreatic, I think. I'm not positive.
That's pretty serious.
He's got like 6 months to live. So,
wow.
Myself and a lot of other artists were doing tributes to his characters, and I was doing Raven. Dave Finch did a Raven on his stream, which I acquired from him because I love his art, and hopefully I can pay my bills for the next few months. So,
sacrifices were made.
My roommates are cats, and I'm not sacrificing them. So,
all right. So
they
here's
might
the thing about
sacrifice me.
Steve. So, what do you all think of Robert Pattinson being the new Batman?
I'm fine with it.
I'll give him a
Doesn't
shot.
enter my head. Doesn't enter my head.
I'll give him a shot. I mean, we
movie
look.
looks good.
I mean, George Clooney, for fuck's sake, was a Batman. I can't not give this guy at least a shot.
I can't unsee George Clooney as Batman. I really wish
it was so terrible.
George wasn't the issue. It was just the script and the directing that was bad.
Yeah, because he would have been a really edgy Bats if they just had a different director. No, he has no business being Batman. No business. He's too clean.
But yeah, I'll give him a shot, but it definitely caught me off guard. But it's just that I feel like that Robert Pattinson has just such a bad reputation because of Twilight and whatnot.
Joke's on you, never saw it.
And that's primarily what he's known for. And, I did do research on him, and he has done he's done like independent films and whatnot, like that show that he has range and whatnot. And so that gives me hope. But yeah, it just really caught me off guard.
I liked his I've liked some of the independent films I've seen him in. I think he's a decent actor. I mean,
wasn't one of them
he was in a bad movie.
Wasn't one of them called like The Lighthouse or something like that?
Yes, The Lighthouse. That was really good.
Baby, when the lights.
And
I just saw a video. That's making me cry a little bit. So it's this TikTok and this girl. Of course, it's some random white girl who is like, you want to impress your friends and family on a budget, and literally just makes 2 packets of ramen and then pours some parsley and dill on it, and is like saying it as if like she's discovered something new. Like, bro, you just made 2 packets of ramen. She's like, have you seen these packets at the store? Like you really have never seen ramen before this store.
All right, so
if everyone hasn't looked up the Num Num Kitty, I'm gonna demand that everyone does. Everyone, open up another tab on YouTube now and look up the Num Num Kitty.
He's the rhymes with orange. Adam West was definitely a great Batman. I'll give you that. But the definitive Batman is Kevin Conroy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Everyone look up Num Num Kitty. Everyone.
I'm familiar with it.
Yeah, in my opinion, as far as live action Batman actors go, I think I would say that Michael Keaton's my favorite because, when he talked as Batman, he didn't try too hard. He would do it in a calm way, but still be intimidating.
Oh, you mean Vulture? Yeah.
Yeah. The Vulture. Yeah. He also was the Vulture in Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yep.
But yeah. So I see Wonder Lady asks, "Were dinosaurs venomous?" As far as my understanding goes, there was. As far as my
I thought there
understanding
was
goes,
a few.
there was. I believe a small theropod that was. I'm trying to remember its name. I think maybe it was Micro, but I could be wrong. It was some small theropod like that.
And wasn't there? I don't know. There's one in Jurassic Park that like spit venom or something.
I
don't know if that one was or not.
But yeah, actually, we actually do not have any sort of evidence whatsoever like that.
They never did that.
Actually, could shoot out venom. That was more so.
Movie lied to me. Oh, those bastards.
Yep, they lied to us.
I thought it was a documentary
about T-Rex's eyesight being based off of movement. T-Rex had amazing eyesight.
for a nerd. I said it. Not taking it back.
Someone says, "Oh, I need to bring the mic up closer." Oh, sorry. It's just I am on my iPad and I'm doing the best I can, but I'll bring it up closer.
Just set it up against something. If you got a coffee table or something nearby.
Yeah, I could do that. Yeah. Let me look at that. Oh, we got Ross Geller. Yeah. That's got to be one of the most common things that I have heard whenever I tell people that I'm going to college to be a paleontologist. That's one of the most common things that I have heard.
Oh, he's from Big Bang Theory.
No. Ross was in Friends.
Do not fall for my obvious trolling. Do not fall for it.
Wonderful.
Well,
human
tons of
being.
mice
It
was
is
very
25
accurate in
to 5 in the
saying the
morning.
Flintstones
I'm leaving.
dishwasher dino could produce Cascade.
Oh
That's
yeah,
amazing.
so that
That's so
reminds me.
good.
When
That's so good.
went on my journey to, in a way, young Earth creationism, I actually met somebody who was not a creationist. I believe they were an atheist or an agnostic or whatever, and him and I got into a debate about the Big Bang Theory, and then he told me the Big Bang is just a theory. I'm like, are you kidding me? And what really irked me,
It is. It's just a theory. They don't know what a theory means.
I'm like,
Yeah, they're not sure what that word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
It just really irked me about how he was trying to sound like an expert on something that he's not, which is a prime example of the Dunning-Kruger effect. And he was trying to sound like an expert.
So here's something interesting about Dunning-Kruger. Here's something very interesting about Dunning-Kruger that everybody forgets. Everyone just always looks at like the people who did poorly on the test and how they all thought that they did so wonderfully because they're stupid, and the stupid people thought they were really smart, and the smart people thought everybody was smart, so they thought that they did less. Like a lot of people fall into the second part of that where they assume that everybody knows everything that they're talking about.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing I always caution people, especially when they bring it up, is it's like there is the other side of that coin where it is everyone assumes that everybody knows what they know, and you can't start off from that assumption because you're just as bad as the people who think they know everything by thinking that everybody knows everything. You know what I'm saying? But you're just coming from from the other side of the coin where you're just assuming that of course everybody knows this because it's this. Which is why I am in the bell curve on the Dunning-Kruger, where I don't know anything and I tell everybody that I know nothing, and it works out beautifully.
But yeah,
Oh, you're Jon Snow?
What's that?
But yeah, it's perfectly okay for somebody to not be knowledgeable about something and to acknowledge it, just so in that way that they can learn from it. It's just that when they pretend to know something they don't actually know. That's what irks me. And
I mean, that's my life right now with COVID. Like being in medicine.
And my life being in social work all
Well,
the time.
Well, yeah, but especially like thinking, especially right now, like with the current pandemic, the fact that people think that they understand medicine and they understand what's going on, and they absolutely do not.
When they say, "Oh, COVID's nothing but just the flu."
Oh yes, I love COVID so much, and all the great people who understand medicine and try to explain it to the immunocompromised.
Well, and
person.
here's the sucky part too about all of it, because you have the people that are ignoring the medicine and the science, and who don't understand it, but then also who has the burden of dealing with all of those mistakes that those people are making? Us, the people that know it. So we're trying to lessen our burden in this, and we're just getting more and more burden to handle in it. And it's absolutely exhausting.
In a similar vein, like working retail, and then people are like, oh my God, where's all the people? Where's all the workers? Nobody wants to work on. I was like, no, they're all homesick because you fuckbags won't wear masks. Because you cough all over the place. You cough all over everybody, and you're wondering why half the fucking staff is at home sick on quarantine for the next 10 days.
All of you anti-maskers, let me show you how easy it is to wear a fucking mask.
What if he just asphyxiated right now? How awkward would that be?
Is it really that fucking hard?
Fairly awkward, but I don't think he will, but it would be awkward.
Anyway, on that note, I've been saying this for a couple of minutes now, so
you have to leave us, Stevie.
It's late.
I'm going to bed at 20 to 4 in the morning. 20 to 5 in the morning.
Bye, Phoebe.
It is now.
I can agree. I can understand that. That makes sense to me. It was nice meeting you.
Yes.
I don't get it.
You now have someone following you on Twitter, or me.
Oh,
well,
thank
it's not me. Actually, my ego is following you. My ego is my Twitter account. I just appear on these streams, and my ego does my social media.
Sounds amazing to me. I can work with that. I'll most likely follow you back because I tend to do that. So
this is good. As student Dr. Bonobo knows, my ego is what you really get when you actually get past ego. I'm actually a bizarre human being that is,
Yeah, it's
what is your Twitter?
We love her anyway.
Allison.
Well, thank you all. When the owner of this stream comes back, please say goodbye to him. Randolph, Eric, Allison,
we'll give you regards.
Bonobo Doctor. Goodbye now. Good night.
Cheers. Happy New Year.
Yeah,
I'm not telling him.
Happy.
My Twitter is allison.d.mclone.
Allison.g. Oh, okay.
D is in Danielle. So now everybody knows my middle name.
Yeah.
D as in dinosaur.
Yeah, we'll go with that for now because dinosaurs are cool.
Her middle name is Dinosaur. You heard it here first.
But yeah, I remember back when lockdown happened, when I got into some pretty heated debates, like with people about the pandemic. They were telling me, "Oh, I don't care if I get sick." I'm like, "Yes, you do. Do not tell me that you don't care. It's because if you truly don't care if you get sick, why don't you go eat out of the garbage can? If you truly don't care, if you truly don't care about getting sick, you want to cook your food all the way. If you truly don't care about getting sick,
it tastes good.
How about that when your dog takes a shit? How about you just gobble it up then? Just please don't tell me that you don't care about getting sick. It's bullshit. Yes, you do.
Yeah, you do.
But yeah,
you do.
But yeah, young Earth creationists, do they harm education? I do think so. But in my opinion, the ones that are worse.
Did somebody ask that?
Say, what, sorry?
The education thing? Is that in the chat? I'll bring it up.
I don't know, but, okay. I just am pretty much stating my thoughts. Do I think young Earth creationism causes harm to education? I do think so. Yep. But in my opinion, I think COVID deniers and anti-vaxxers are worse, though. In my own opinion, they are worse. It's because that, people's lives, it's because of people's lives. Like, are at stake, with getting a vaccine and you're wearing a mask and whatnot. I actually have lost people because of that virus. It's not fun, This virus isn't something to fuck around about. It's some serious shit.
Yeah, no, I completely understand. Well, I haven't lost anyone, thankfully, because
you're not
family's mostly smart.
Really sucks.
I've watched people die from it.
Yeah, my wife and I now know many people who've at least almost more than half a dozen now, who contracted COVID-19 in the last week, and it's mostly Omicron, the Omicron variant, I guess.
My sister got it. She's vaxxed and boosted.
They're vaccinated, so it's like high fever kind of symptoms, but it's still a big concern because there's people out there who don't want to be vaccinated, who don't want to wear masks, and are a major part of the problem.
Exactly.
Yeah, the good news is, at least with Omicron, like, for people who are vaccinated and who are taking precautions, they're generally doing pretty well with it. Like, it's mostly people that are unvaccinated that are having the complications from Omicron. So at least there's the encouraging news that...
And for some people, we're hearing it's taking only a couple of days to kind of weather through the sickness, and then it's okay.
Yeah. So there is some good news. So there is some good news for people who are vaccinated with Omicron.
Are there known long-term side effects with it for vaxxed people?
I don't think we know enough yet because Omicron's still pretty new.
Okay.
I have a cousin that didn't vaccinate their kid. Actually, wasn't my cousin directly. It was like his ex-wife didn't vaccinate the kid. Kid got COVID, and now his crew from it.
And now he's what? Sorry.
So now his crew. It's like a coughing thing. I'm assuming our doctor friend here might know more
Croup
about
is
it.
usually caused by a para-influenza. I mean, you can get multiple infections because when you get an initial viral infection, the most common complication is a subsequent infection because your immune system's already like taken a dump from the first infection. So normally the secondary infection is going to be bacterial, and croup isn't usually bacterial. But I mean, you could still probably have a secondary viral infection.
Yeah, so he has that one.
One of the things that really pisses me off about anti-vaxxers is like that they are still going on about vaccines causing autism, and that was debunked like 1988 around there. The guy lost his paper. The guy published a paper that got refuted, and I'm like, so wait, you're meaning to tell me that you're more concerned with your kid being autistic than to have your kid be vaccinated and to have your kid's life be saved? I'm like,
Penn and Teller did a great video on that one on bullshit. So,
yeah, even if vaccines did cause autism, even if, let's say, just even if, it's better for your kid to be autistic than to have your kid be dead.
Not to some people.
But yeah, and from my research, even some of like the greatest minds who ever lived had autism, like Albert Einstein, and I believe, I'm not certain, I believe Charles Darwin even had it. Sir Isaac Newton, I think, had it. Even Hugh Ross, like from Reasons to Believe, has it. But yeah, it's like, that's just sad. That's really, really sad. Like that people would rather believe in some long debunked conspiracy theory, and that they're more concerned about their kid being autistic or not versus like their health and just even them being alive. That's
people are dumb. People are dumb. I don't like them.
Never underestimate the power of human stupidity.
Yeah.
Well, I do blame Donald Trump for the anti-mask movement. And the reason is that he talked about the CDC recommendations and saying that it's optional, so he's not going to wear a mask. And then the next day, there's anti-maskers all over the place. Yep. And they've been there consistently since. And the thing is, if he had instead, as president, took that opportunity to say he's going to wear this and American people are going to show the world that they can fight this off better than anybody else and everybody wears it, it would be done. It would be resolved. And we wouldn't have as many cases in Canada and probably all around the world. There'd be all these Trump supporters who would be on board with being militant about making sure everyone wears masks. He could have saved lives, but instead he did the opposite.
If the Democrats had just said, "I hate masks. Masks are stupid," even if they didn't believe it to be true, Trump would have been automatically against it, and then all the people who wouldn't have worn a mask in the first place would have worn a mask. Just got to do a little sleight of hand sometimes.
Yeah, and and because you mentioned it, I feel like that I can now say this. That's exactly why that I wanted to get Trump out of the office, during that last election. I'm like, you know what? Screw you. I mean, you have caused so much damage to our country, and by spreading so much misinformation, and it costs all the lives of so many people. You know what? Fuck you. I'm not gonna vote for you. I'm gonna try to get your stupid ass out of the office. Fuck you.
I didn't vote for him to begin with. I didn't really like the idea of having a reality show host as our president. It kind of reminded me of having an actor as a president. Didn't work out well.
Yeah, that was Reagan, right?
Oh, you think that's crazy? There's Trump supporters here in Canada who want him to be the next prime minister here.
He didn't have the popular vote when he won, and he definitely didn't have it on the second go round.
But yeah, over at my work, I have seen, over at my work, I have seen all of these stickers on people's cars saying Trump is still my president. I'm like, okay, you just need to learn to accept Donald Trump is not the president anymore. Get over it. Move the fuck on.
You can't.
That's not going to happen.
They choose not to.
Hello.
They reject your reality and substitute it with their own.
Hi.
It's kind of like creationists. People who deny evolution, basic science. Yeah.
In walked a purple.
Hi, Simba.
Oh, two dinosaurs side by side now.
Dinosaurs.
Yeah,
dinosaurs.
Hello.
How are you, Purple?
I'm fighting off the COVID, so I can't say much on that.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, it's been kicking my ass all week. So if I'm not doing better tomorrow, Monday, I'm going to go back into the doctor.
Yeah.
Okay. Well. I hope that you get better soon.
Yeah. Well, they said I might be eligible to get the mitochondrial antibodies in an IV if I wasn't improving.
Oh, nice.
Oh, good luck.
So I think that's the next stage for me at this point. Just a matter of when they can get me in for a treatment.
But hey,
If anybody's seen the movie Don't Look Up on Netflix,
not yet.
I highly recommend it.
Hey guys,
it's pretty much the world we're living in.
But yeah, I'm starting to take it late, and I got to work tomorrow. So you all have a fantastic night.
Eric, it was a pleasure. Nice meeting you. Could you just check the private chat? I just want to confirm I got the right Twitter address for you.
Oh, he's gone.
There you go.
I'm just going to assume it's the right one. I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, I was wondering who that was. I couldn't hear him very well. I've been listening for a while, but I've mostly been running back and forth and doing chores in the kitchen while I was listening.
You are supposed to be resting, Purple. You go sit in a comfy chair, put your feet up, and don't you move.
I'm always in a comfy chair on the internet. I've got this set up that I've got my computer. I use a 50-inch TV for a monitor, and I'm sitting in my recliner.
That's right. As we discussed.
Hi, Purple.
Hello.
How you doing?
Okay, yeah, I've been listening. I think about 2 hours now. I came over as soon as Diana had wrapped up her stream.
Yeah, I saw your comment on that.
I thought I had I thought I had a D in my Twitter. I guess I don't. All right.
Oh, everybody, this is Neil. I don't know if you guys have met him.
Who are you?
Who? Oh, we got a crasher here. Yeah, get rid of him.
Yeah, nobody wants me around.
I thought this was the Mikey show.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Oh, we weren't supposed to talk about that. My bad. Sorry.
What?
No.
Wait, Ben, you haven't taken over this channel yet?
No, I'm just Mikey's accomplice.
Whatever do you mean?
I mean, I wasn't supposed to say that. My bad.
Say what? I don't remember you saying anything.
Just be quiet and drink
Nothing.
your
Nothing
Pepis.
happened.
Or Peepus.
I'm just going to drink my Peepus. You know what?
Just make your pen flash and let's all go back to where we were 10 minutes ago.
Oh, I love that. The red shirt's not wearing a mask.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get the.
Oh, yeah, I didn't catch that one.
That's nice.
It's fucking funny.
That's great.
So apparently they're taking Star Trek down off all the networks, like all the streaming sites.
Why?
I don't
They're
know.
putting it all in Paramount.
Yeah.
Oh, gross.
Yeah. Paramount doesn't want anybody to compete with them, so everything's Star Trek. They want to be exclusive.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
It's a good thing I binge watched. Let's see, I binge watched Enterprise and I binge watched Next Generation again. So.
Yeah, it kind of sucks because I was, getting ready to like get back into starting with DS9 again and moving forward from there. But
yeah, I didn't get to do the DS9 one. That's too bad. That's a great.
I only got to see like the first 2 or 3 seasons of DS9 and nothing after
Oh,
that.
you haven't even seen the best part of it.
Yeah, no, that's what I keep hearing people say, that it got better later on.
I mean, I like DS9 to begin with, but
isn't Star Trek owned by? I thought Star Trek was owned by Fox.
No,
it's Paramount. It's pretty much always been Paramount, I think.
Yeah,
Yep.
they have been.
Huh. I was gonna say, what's the big holdup? Why can't we just check it out on fucking Disney Plus then? But I guess it's not owned by Fox.
Fox isn't anything to do with Disney either. Disney's ABC.
Are they?
I thought
Disney
it was.
owns ABC.
Disney bought Fox.
Oh, did they buy Fox too?
Yeah.
Yeah, they bought Fox because Marvel's now
The
publishing
Simpsons.
Alien comic books and stuff. So,
And The Simpsons is on Disney Plus.
Yep.
I knew they were running The Simpsons, but I thought that was just a special licensing thing.
Oh, they bought that whole kit caboodle. The mouse owns it all.
yes, the mouse owns my childhood, and I'm still
They have
waiting.
the Stars Network too, I think.
Mm-hmm. They keep trying to give me free trials to that shit. I'm like, yo, I don't want this. Stop offering it to me. Keep your
Still trying to
goddamn
get people
stars.
at Marvel to approve my damn storyline.
For what?
Star Wars. I have a Star Wars story.
Oh, okay.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that shouldn't be a problem. It seems Disney will produce anything that they can slap the Star Wars name on.
There's a little bit more to it than that because basically all the characters I created are original. So
Okay, I didn't say they'd be willing to pay you for it. I said they'd be willing to produce it.
Oh, there we go. I accidentally knocked out my cable. Oops.
I've had an easier time getting well, DC's listened to me a little bit more, but even still, not that much.
If you don't have an established name, it can be hard to get a big company to look at your work.
I have friends that make things a little easier. It's just unfortunately, it's like I've gotten to the point where they've definitely looked, they like my ideas, and they haven't gone with anything. The amount of comics that don't get produced, it's kind of like movies. So,
Hold on.
like I have concept art for a lot of stuff I can't show because it's still under NDA.
That's the new Star Trek. Star Trek NDA.
Yep. Haven't done anything for Star Trek.
What's that, Mikey? Star Trek non-disclosure agreement?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very hush hush. Only a few people have heard about it, and they've been.
I don't even know who has the rights to Star Wars, Star Trek comics right now. Might be IDW. I don't know.
Captain Janeway.
Hmm.
She won it in a raffle.
You know, Next Generation is called TNG. Some people are calling Star Trek Discovery STD.
That's messed up. That's rude. That's rude.
It's actually kind of funny.
Yeah, I had to do a double take when I saw that on Twitter.
Phoebe, go to bed.
Oh yeah, Phoebe wanted us to pass along her regards to you when she left.
And I refused.
And now she's in the chat telling us that she successfully made it to bed instead of just going to bed.
No, we didn't mean
Oh,
for you to
that's
just
good
go to
update.
bed. Go to sleep.
I can't hold Phoebe back on that. I'd do that too. So.
Well, also for Phoebe, you have to allow how long it takes to wrangle her ego.
That's true. She does have an ego.
Yes, Star
Phoebe,
Trek,
go to
Star
bed.
Trek NDA is Section 31.
Phoebe, get off your computer or your phone or whatever. Go to bed.
You go.
Have a nice sleep.
Man.
It's almost time
It's
to
like
get up
5 in
there.
the morning there.
Now she's never gonna go to bed just because I.
Yeah,
told
I
her
don't
to
know
go
why
to bed.
you said that out loud. Now it's never going to happen out of spite.
Oh,
What the hell is Star Trek NDA?
That's the new one, man.
Non-disclosure agreement.
You didn't hear about it? Of course you didn't.
You're
You
not
did hear
supposed to hear about it.
If you did hear about it, someone's in trouble.
Oh.
I am so tired. It's been a hell of a week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
spent
I'm
all
just
of
happy to not be
Wednesday-
with my family right now.
I
That's
spent
why I
like all
moved
of
away.
Wednesday in the hospital. Killed me. So yeah.
Oh yeah, I lost my car key, so I can't even go anywhere. Can't even go to get it replaced.
Ain't that a bitch?
I've been worried about that because I've only had one key for my car. But to get a duplicate key made, I have to take it to a dealer, and it costs like $80 for a key.
That's cheap.
That's cheap, man.
Yeah.
It's cheap. Key fobs are expensive.
That's a deal.
Yeah, I'm expecting to pay pretty close to almost, I think, $500 to get mine replaced when I take it to the dealer.
Well, yeah, if you don't have a key to show them, it's a lot more. But
Yeah.
Oh, the dealers, it's highway robbery. There's, I'm buying the key fob for my truck so I can have a spare, and on Amazon I can get it for $58 for Canadian for 2 of them, and then it can get programmed. Somebody can program it for another $100 or so. That's a lot better than paying the dealer $500 for just one.
My worry about that is if it doesn't work.
Yeah.
yeah, well, see, mine's not even the electronic fob. Mine doesn't have any buttons or send any signals. You know, it's just got the chip in the head of the key that the car doesn't like it without that.
You know, we wouldn't really have this problem. People would just stop stealing fucking cars.
Well, I legit lost the key. Like, it just came off the key ring somewhere, and I don't know where.
Well, it's been since you got home then, right?
Yep, and I've looked at all the places I've been, like in the house or out front. It's not anywhere. It's not under any of the vehicles in the parkade where I park it. I don't know what the hell happened to it. It just fucking vanished.
It's probably lost in the car, and the car's locked now.
Nope. Car's
the gunner.
Nope, car was unlocked. Actually, my driver's side door was unlocked, and it's nowhere in the car that I saw.
So you know what you're gonna do is you're gonna rip apart the steering column.
No.
And then I'm gonna
Hot
need
wire.
you to you're gonna take the red wire and the green wire.
No, it's got an immobilizer.
No,
Oh, you have to,
disable that
you have
first.
to
Take out the
look
fuses.
at the blue wire too. Then, okay.
Take the fuses out.
Yeah, I did that pickup truck I got as part of a barter deal when I was in New York. I had to take the whole ignition switch out and replace the whole thing because it did not come with a key. Fortunately, my brother's a mechanic for a big dealership in Chicago, so he was able to get me all the stuff I needed and the information for it.
Nice. It's all about who you know.
Jake, I can't start the car without the key. So,
have you
I don't
tried
even
really,
have a
really
key.
hard?
Guy Who Gears says I should pray to Jeebus.
Jeebus.
That sounds like
Jeebus?
something right up his alley.
You need to figure out what you need to trade the gremlins to get the key back.
Yeah, something like that.
If you can
Food
barter
or
something
something.
nice, they will give it back.
Yeah. You just got to figure out what they're going to like enough that they'll give it back to you.
Like your firstborn child.
It's not
Oh.
Rumpelstiltskin.
No, it's not a
It is
push button
now.
start. No, it's
It
in
is
2011. They didn't have them readily available in 2011. So it's an old school. It's a key fob. I think I took a picture of the key fob itself.
Yeah, I found I actually could like order blanks on eBay. I just wasn't sure, with that about what it would take to get it programmed to suit the car.
That's the key right there. You can't really see the key part because it blends into the background, but you get it.
Yep.
Key fob. I can buy this blank one like this, but I still have to get it, to work in the vehicle. Yeah, and cut too.
Yeah, well, the Ace Hardware will cut it. It's just a matter of getting it programmed. Mine's even older. Mine's 2002, so not quite as sophisticated.
Yeah, my Mini Cooper, they wanted like 3 something for a new key. And I was like, oh, well, I'll just make sure not to lose this one.
Well, that's the plan I've been working on for a couple of years, but I especially get nervous sometimes when Soft Girl borrows the car because it's like she doesn't always hang the key up when she gets home.
Oh, that's the worst.
So sometimes it's like, okay, I know it's somewhere in her apartment.
Yeah, I have a rule that car keys stop about 5 feet away from the front door in a basket. I used to have a little hook that they hang on, but we just put them on our shoe rack now. They're not allowed to go further past that in the house because they'll just get lost.
Well, I always put my keys in my shoes when I take them off because that way there's no way I can leave the apartment without my keys.
Not bad idea.
What if
That's
you have
the
more than
minor
one pair of
parts.
shoes? Well, if you throw boots on because it's snowing or something like that.
Yeah, well, I have had to go with the snow boots a few times this year, but I keep them all close enough together. So actually, I should have had to use the snow boots a lot more this year, which is something I find disturbing. Everyone else thinks it's great. But everyone else has also forgotten that in July, we had a fairly serious drought, and the county was asking people not to shower as often. And that's because last year our snowfall was about a foot short of what it was supposed to be. So in the spring, the aquifers don't get refilled.
No, I'm pretty sure all that global warming stuff is fake. Climate change is not real. I saw a video on YouTube.
Yeah, but I mean, we actually had government agencies asking people not to shower. People, you've got to realize this is getting serious.
Yeah, I think it's done now. I'm just trying to get on one of them one-way trips to Mars. Sign me up.
I want to move to Canada because then I can afford healthcare. So,
Well, I know Canada.
Desires in my life.
I know Canada won't let me in, so I've been trying to get Canada to annex Minnesota.
You got a Russian bot in the chat.
I approve. Oh, it's already been taken care of. Skywatcher got it before I did.
Well played, Skywatcher.
Yeah, those bots have been showing up everywhere now.
Yep. Yeah, my friend Peter and I've been getting them in our streams that we do Monday through Friday. So.
Yeah, I've got a small channel. I do live streams twice a week, and it's like a month ago I never saw them, but after that it's like they've been there every single time.
It's like a porn bot stimulus package.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Yeah, it's just playing whack-a-mole now.
Yeah, it's looking like it's going to cost me pretty close to $300-400 to get this thing done.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Just pick a window, Neil.
Yeah, well, that's been my problem. That on my budget, even if I can get done for $80, that's a big chunk of change for me to handle.
Car dealers and real estate agents are all rip-off artists.
Yep.
And most insurance companies.
Yeah, well, insurance companies are getting you to buy something you're hoping you'll never use.
I think
they have other problems with them too.
I think every year that you don't have an accident, you should get that money back. That's the incentive to drive safe, is you get all of your insurance money back. And they can like loan and borrow and do all that stuff with it for that year. But then at the end of the year, I get that back.
Well, how about instead of having, the insurance has limits of what it'll pay off anyway. Mm-hmm. So why not having a system that you could buy up bonds until you've got enough for that amount. And as long as you're holding the bonds, you don't need to be paying insurance every year if you can go 10 years without an accident.
Yeah. I don't think I've been in an accident since I was like 21, 22.
I was like in my mid-20s the last time I was in an accident, and it was ruled as no fault. So,
same for me. I hit ice on the highway and got T-boned. So I ruined the car, but it was nobody's fault.
I hit ice on the highway and went underneath the car because I had a small car. And yeah, that car wasn't totaled. They were actually able to repair it.
Back about 2009 or 2010, I can't quite remember. I got T-boned by a nun who apparently didn't see the light had changed.
No prophecies or premonitions there.
There weren't any cops there, but there were 3 people who were standing there waiting for the crosswalk, so they were all witnesses.
So a nun didn't see the light.
Yeah.
There it is. Well played, Randolph.
Yeah, she was like 89 years old, so I'm not sure her vision was so good anymore.
Probably not.
I've been watching some road rage videos from time to time. I like to watch the First Amendment auditors getting arrested, especially when they come here to Canada, claim they have First Amendment rights. Our Constitution doesn't have amendments. We have a different system. So it's really funny when they're here. But and the police are explaining there's no First Amendment rights. But the road rage stuff, I noticed like in the US and Canada, when people do the road rage, first they dance around in their cars, then they get out and there's some silence before they start talking, and then they're yelling at each other. But the stuff in the UK and England, people are right away yelling before they get out of their cars. It's like instant anger. Like, it's a difference in the culture. I don't know what it is. Is it because people drive on the other side of the road, they're immediately more angry or something?
That is correct. That is factually accurate.
Oh, really? There's one guy. There's one cyclist who keeps showing up at places called Gandalf Cross or Gandalf Intersection or something, and he keeps stopping people who are going on the wrong side of the road. Oh, you know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Oh my god.
No, I was caught in the intersection with the road rage incident, and guy jumped out of his car to like come charging at me because he was so pissed that I couldn't get out of the middle of the intersection, and screaming and all that. And I was like looking at him, was like, sure, I'll get out. Yeah, no.
Fucking hell.
Was it
and your keys?
Yeah, came running at the car, and I remember just reaching into the back seat and grabbing this and just going, He got right back into his car.
Oops, it's a samurai.
Oh. That reminds me of a Russian road rage video I saw one time where these guys ended up holding some machine guns out their windows and the road rage guy backed right off.
Yeah. That would be similar.
People lose.
It wasn't
urge.
that sword, but it was the one I used to use when I went to tournaments and things. There's no edge on it. Granted, if I hit somebody with it, they'd still probably die.
So I have a confession. Now that I'm getting older, younger drivers annoy the shit out of me. And there are times when everybody knows, like on this stretch of a road, that right lane is going to end and everybody needs to merge in. And then that little shit just starts creeping up my right-hand side like he's going to get in front of me. And there's just some schoolboy in me where I'm just like, fuck that. Fuck that. No, you're not getting in front of me. You're going to go behind me. No, you're not going to cut in front of me. You're not going to cut in line. And I think that's what it boils down to. Like, you're not going to cut in front of me in the fucking water fountain or the swings or the big slide that has the loop-to-loop. No, you're not doing any of that shit. You're going to get in the back of the line where you fucking belong, in your mom's fucking van.
I let them pass me because the way I see it is they're volunteering to be a free of charge radar detector.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I want to do that. I want to do that in my head, but I can't let them beat me.
No, I'd just let them go by because, like Randolph said, they'll find the cops. I usually refer to them as Kobe the rabbit, find the wolf.
That's clever.
I'm like the only black dude in this fucking town that I work in. So I get followed by the cops and then they realize it's me and then they just kind of, and they just kind of turn off. Like, it's the guy from the shop. Oh, okay.
My first car I bought from a company I worked at for $1 because they just wanted to get rid of it. And
nice.
So I asked them if they want cash or credit card, but they laughed and I got the car. So anyway, I'm driving along one day and I'm trying to get by some guy. And so I told him, hey, you can't park there. He's got a real nice car. Mine's just a crappy little Chevette Acadian that got some rust on it. It's not in very good shape, but it got me to A to B. But he yelled at me, nice piece of S you drive. And then I yelled back at him, well, at least mine's paid for. He didn't look happy.
My first car was when I was going to go to Minnesota to go to school. My brother gave me his 66 Chevy Satan or Buick Century.
I thought he said Chevy Satan.
No, under the express condition that it would never enter the state of Illinois again. I got no further explanation.
I want a Satan car.
Yeah, Neil, Chevy Satan.
Chevy Satan.
That would probably sell a lot, especially if it's electric.
It's got 6 wheels.
The slogan can be prod the gas companies with an electric Chevy Satan.
Runs on microchips. Just get all the conspiracy theories all in one.
Ooh, make it have chemtrails.
Oh, that's what fuels it.
Oh, I like guy who gears his comment. Chevy Satan, hell of a car.
That was
what's up?
Oh no, Oz is here.
I know Oz is here.
What up, Oz?
Can we send him a link?
Oz is awesome, man. I met him at Faithless Farm. We hung out.
I'm so sorry.
That was great.
Sorry. That guy, man, I don't know about him.
These are the things you miss, Mike.
Well, I mean, I would go, but then I knew Oz was going, and I was just, there's no way. There's just no way.
But I was roommates with Jonathan for the weekend, so.
Is it true that Oz smells like garlic and onions up close?
No. No, he wears very nice cologne.
Axe body spray? Does it smell like Axe body spray? Oh no, Old Spice. He rocks Old Spice for sure.
I don't believe it was Old Spice.
Old Spice and bananas.
What?
I really don't want to know the story behind this.
That's Oz's cologne. He told me in confidence, and I'm as long as you guys don't tell anybody.
Right. And all you guys in the
And,
chat, don't tell anybody.
So many watchers in the chat.
It's okay. Neil can edit that part out before you go live.
Yeah, that's right.
We'll fix it in post.
Yeah. So this will be re-uploaded tomorrow after we take that section out. Did anybody get the time? What was it, like 2:18 or 2:17? Wow, we've been going for that long already? Holy crap.
I'm so sleepy.
Oh, 2.5 hours, wow.
Holy crap. Deletes comment before sending it. Well,
Hey, don't want to lose files.
Just gonna leave that up there.
Mm-hmm.
Wait for it.
just my dad's sending me messages here. My biological dad, by the way.
Hello, Neil's dad. I'm starving. I gotta make something for dinner.
I really want Indian food for reasons.
I know. I want Indian food now too.
There it is.
But I have a burrito.
I'm still not super excited to try Indian food. I know you guys are telling me it's gonna be great. I'm just not there yet.
Yeah. I need some more food too, but I don't do that kind of spicy stuff.
And I swear to God, if Oz were to ever fucking show his face here, I would not. Hey, buddy.
That picture.
My man.
Fuck you, Mikey.
How long you been listening?
Hey, Mikey, you got to work on your trash talking timing.
That was tragic. Tragic Bronson alert.
Mikey, I know you throw out like all these cheap Walmart brand body washes and colognes because that's what you fuck with. But it's only like Jimmy Choo, the good shit around here. So you can keep hating, buddy. But onions and garlic, yeah, we done heard about you. We done heard about you, bro.
Smells like a warm meat sandwich. Every time you give him a hug.
I got a hell car up if you want to show it.
A hell car?
My hell car.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Ghost Rider.
Rides a little lower.
I wonder if someone's made a super cut of that on fucking YouTube.
Probably.
Low Rider, Ghost Rider mashup.
I look forward to seeing all the flames colored in on this one. It's going to look really, really lit, literally.
Whoa. Did Randolph just say it's going to look lit?
He did.
He did.
Holy goddamn motherfucking shit.
You've been influencing me, pal.
It sure sounds like it. About to get lit.
Lit.
Yeah, I'm talking a little bit more like Oz these days. A little bit.
Oh, no.
He's a good influence.
It reminds me of when I was on with Dave Warnock 2 weeks ago. He said the same shit. We're going to go live. He was like, all right, we're about to get this thing lit. And I was like, hold on. Do not hit that live button. Hold on. Dave Warnock, did you just say we're about to get lit? And he was like, yes, I definitely said that.
Oh, that's funny. I hope I used the word correct.
It's just too bad, really.
This is my comic that I'm working on with a few people.
Nightmare. Yeah.
So there's a phrase that like every sports medicine doctor uses, and it's hilarious. Like, so anytime they're doing a provocative test that's like supposed to hurt, they're like, we're gonna light it up. So if you don't say that you're gonna light it up, you can't be a sports doc. That's just how it works.
Let's see. Yeah, these are all conceptuals for Nightmare. And then I have this.
I like the little star. Look at the expression on its face there. That's fantastic.
Mikey relates to the lighted up part, but it's not anything to do with sports medicine. It's more medicinal purposes with the
Fuck you mean medicinal? This shit hella recreational. I have no business having weed. I have no need for weed other than that shit's nice. That shit's all right.
On my mama.
On my mama, no.
On my hood.
On BD line. No, but I was the nerdy kid. I was never affiliated.
And
they knew that.
It's one of the pages that I laid out that has. I don't have the full script yet, so I'm just kind of working off our outline, getting an idea of ways to lay things out. But I knew this was going to happen, so I did this part. I still have to do all the extra coloring in it. Let's see.
I might have to go visit you, Oz, because the Sweetwater place is out by you, right? Ain't it?
Literally like 5 minutes from my house.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna need to make a stop down there. I got some shit I need.
Well, and yeah, let me know. I have a very good friend of mine who works there, and like all the equipment and shit that I got for the conference for May, dude. He got me fucking a hell of a deal.
Fuck yeah. And also, guys, I'm starting an OnlyFans. I'm gonna do pictures of my feet because I have to buy a new computer, and that shit is crazy. I don't know how y'all fucking afford these things. God damn, these motherfuckers is a whole ticket for that damn thing.
Hey, bro, you ain't even gotta show your feet. So, my ex-wife, she's got a friend that has an OnlyFans page, and I kid you not,
she has more than one friend.
I doubt it. She has a friend, and this chick literally sells videos of her farting.
Oh, it's lit. I could do that.
Like she's making like, it's like her average is like $1,800 to $2,000 a month.
Stop it.
Selling her fart videos.
Stop it.
I am so in the wrong line of work.
What am I doing going to work every day?
Right?
Like
That's
a
what I said.
dumbass. Like a big dumbass. I could be farting on camera.
Yeah. And she'll do these like slow-mo shots.
Please do this.
Of her farting
Please
to where you can see, like, depending on the type and style of pants she's wearing, like when it's slow-mo, you can watch the material, the fabric, like the fart moving the fabric or whatever.
Well, joke's on you guys. I'm going to put a whole spin on this. I'm going to fart in the bathtub.
Oh, yeah.
Superior audio and visual quality. I got a little waterproof GoPro, and I'll just fart in the bathtub.
That's awful.
That's worth $1, right? Someone would pay for that. That's got to be funny.
Hey, if she's making that much off
probably
just farting in her pants, yeah.
Hell yeah. She ain't even fucking putting no aqua stuff on it. She's no effects.
This is not what the internet was designed for.
Shit.
Well, I'm fairly certain that it was, because the internet's for porn. There's a song all about it.
Yeah, there is a song about it.
I was about to say, says who, Randolph? Do we need to go through some Socratic questioning here?
Damn, sorry, y'all.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Well, buddy,
I'm going to
Happy
take
New Year
off
to
the
you.
evening.
You too. You too.
Yeah. Happy New Year, everyone.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone. I didn't even say that during the whole stream, and it's fucking New Year's Day, for crying out loud. Happy New Year, everybody.
Well,
Happy
it's
New
not
Year.
New Year's Day
Happy
here
New
anymore.
Year.
It's the second, so.
Okay, now people remember, let's be very gentle and delicate with the new year. We don't want to freak it out like the last two did.
It's very shy.
Yeah. You might want to see its shadow or something. I don't know. But hey.
Oh no! What if
Anyway.
2020 saw its shadow and we got 2020 again?
Well, that's kind of what happened in 2021. So
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll see everyone later. Nice
But we had
talking
a
with
lot,
all.
lot less bigotry in 2021. Not none, but a lot less.
Night.
See ya.
See you later, Alice.
All right, she's gone. Let's talk about her. Oh my goodness. Oh, where'd it go? Let me put that back up there. I'm gonna grab the Num Num Cat link so I can brighten everybody's 2022.
Okay, Randolph, that cat looks suspiciously like Aunt Yours avatar.
Oh, really? That wasn't intended.
There we go.
I don't think Aunt Yours smokes, though.
I like the caption on this one: is cat running around carrying a cigarette, and it says, "Signs your cat is running with the wrong crowd."
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with smoking cigarettes?
Taking these jobs, it's okay.
Mostly all of it.
Yeah.
What?
Pretty
We're,
much, you know.
we're gonna die anyway. What?
Yeah. All we're doing is eliminating the days where you're drooling on yourself and having to change your diapers all the time.
Yeah, I'm just means I'm gonna go meet Jesus faster than you guys. Fuck you.
Hey, if
His name
only
is
we could be
Jesus,
sure.
bro. Quit calling him Jesus, man.
Hey, if you end up meeting Jesus tonight, ask him where Neil's car keys are.
Okay.
That was easy.
You know, before this COVID shit started, I actually felt I had a much better than average chance of beating 100. So I'm kind of pissed because I think that the person who gave me this probably owes me at least a decade.
Probably.
Why won't the chat pop up?
I like that one, Randolph. Follow me for more holiday recipes. Fucking
it's
house bong.
Chimney.
Yeah.
Do I have too many windows open? Why can't I pull up the chat?
I don't know.
That's a good producer.
Zing.
Speaking of windows open, it is fucking freezing in my house.
So close the windows?
No, I like the fresh air.
Yeah, that's how I am.
What fresh air? You live in Chicago.
Oh,
I live
Ouch.
outside of Chicago, where it's, you know, in a place where people can actually afford to live there. All my friends who live in the city, they spend no time enjoying the city because they're all working 88 jobs to afford the ridiculous rent. I'm like, then why do you live there? You can just go visit. There is a highway.
yeah. That's what I moved to Fort Wayne. I think it's almost 10 years ago now. And when we were looking at homes, Fort Wayne at the time, three of the Verizon stores that we owned were in the Chicago market. And we were going between two homes. One was in Chicago, one was here in Fort Wayne. The one in Fort Wayne was like almost 4,000 square feet. And we have, at the time, my ex-wife and we had, the 4 kids and the 2 of us. So it sounds like a lot of room, but it's not when you got 4 little bastards running around. But we got that, and it was, it was like at the time $130,000 home in Fort Wayne, and the one we were looking at in Chicago was like maybe a quarter of the size and was like triple the price.
Sounds about right.
And that didn't even include property tax. And we're like, yeah, fuck Chicago.
We're planning on buying next year, and I don't know if Illinois is really going to be an option because buying a house from like 95 for like $350,000 is not the vibe.
No.
Not the vibe.
I mean, realistically, I love living in the city. And when I was single and doing that shit. That was, I fucking loved being downtown. I had a badass apartment, but once you have the family and everything involved, that shit, not a big city. That shit ain't practical.
No. One of the main reasons I hated living in downtown St. Louis, it was like, bro, parking.
Oh yeah,
like parking. You don't have to think about it in the suburbs, but man, somebody take your fucking parking spot. Oh my god! Now you got to park 88 blocks away from your fucking house, and then you got to worry about your shit being gone into. It's like the worst. It's the fucking worst.
You walk out and your fucking car's on bricks.
And then somebody stole the bricks. You got little red ass bricks. They took the cinder blocks.
That's why I said bricks, not blocks.
They took them cinder blocks. Them is useful. That could be an end table. That could be a coffee table. If you got some 2x4, that could be many things. Now them red bricks. That's what your shit said. No. Catalytic converter is gone.
Yeah, center blocks, and milk crates. That shit valuable.
Fucking milk crates. Have a whole fucking dorm room fucking fashioned out of milk crates. It's my life.
I lived that way for a number of years.
Mac and cheese was the staple food, wasn't it?
Mac and cheese? I couldn't even afford mac and cheese. What the fuck you talking about?
Ramen.
Ramen and black beans.
Hell yeah.
You gotta get that protein somewhere.
Because you can't afford no meat. Don't even think about getting no meat. The hell you think it is? The first or the third? What the hell?
That's why you stop picking the bugs out of your crackers.
That's disgusting, but it's borderline true.
There's I forget where I heard this, but in like lesser developed countries, their vegetarians get more protein in their diet because they're like rice and shit like that is less filtered. So they get like some bugs in there, so they get a little bit more protein than in more developed countries. I was like, how fucking mad would you be if you've been vegetarian your whole life? You thought you were doing the right thing. You've been eating fucking roaches and fucking mice the whole time. Like, come on, man. You didn't have to tell me. You could have just kept that to yourself. I didn't need to know that.
Congratulations. You were the weakest link. Goodbye.
If you're buying any food in the U.S., you can't avoid it. The FDA has, specific requirements about how many parts per million of insect parts can be in all your food.
That's true. That's very true.
Mad cricket legs this whole time. What, Dexter?
Hey man. Hey, go break me off a piece of that cockroach. I need a piece of that cockroach.
Hey, y'all got beetles?
We still need to have our bug eating episode, Neil.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna do that.
Bree.
Yeah.
No, Bree wants to join us.
Bree's gonna eat bugs?
Yeah.
But she's brain bug. Oh, that's
we've talked about this. I've talked about this with Bree.
Who is Randolph's cat in heat again, or what's going on?
No, that's Dexter. He's mad. His food is 13 minutes late.
Oh.
Hey, just for the record, that wasn't my cat. That was one of the neighbor's cats.
Well, but it loved hearing the sound of your voice, and they were definitely doing the bow chicka wow wow right outside your window. So
yeah, that went on for hours. That was
I was wondering which chat I've been hearing.
Where's Google Eats when you need it?
Hi.
What?
That's close enough.
All right, guys. I'm sorry, but on that one, I'm gonna have to call it a night. So
we've lost it. We're too far gone.
Thank you. I'm so sleepy.
Yeah, I've been sort of having a conversation with my biological dad too. He might help me out getting the key tomorrow. So
nice.
We'll see about that. We'll see what happens. Yeah, hopefully I get a new key because I need my vehicle. I need to be able to drive. I need to go to work so I can afford to pay for that fucking key. So
Yeah, it's kind of important.
Oh, so we really do need to pray to Jesus that he helps you find your keys. Got it. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, I tried it as a joke. I said to my roommate, I said, I'll pray for him. And if my key suddenly shows up, then we know he's real.
And
it still hasn't shown up.
And if he also deposits $1 million into my bank account.
Yeah. Or he sends me a note that says, I couldn't find it, but here's the money to cover the cost. Then I'll be like,
okay.
And I get an e-transfer in my mail. Love God. Here you go.
With the little
Merry
love
fucking Christmas. Yeah.
Love God.
Love your real father.
Neil, you might want to just say your mailing address in case somebody wants to fake it and send you the money.
I was about to say I'm so tempted to get on PayPal right now.
What?
Just make a fake PayPal like from Sky Daddy.
My
Love
PayPal
God
is down below. Just FYI.
Dear Jesus, if you're busy this week, I take PayPal.
That's right. That's right. But
Jesus, if you can give me a lift to the locksmith, that would be great.
No, I think the dealer would be closer. Yeah, it would be closer because these dealers in New West, and the locksmith guy, the only one I could find that is mobile is out in Coquitlam, which is past New West. So, but he's got a Richmond phone number, so I can't figure that shit out. So it's just weird. Randolph knows.
We moved at some point and kept the number.
Could be. Anyway, thanks guys out there in the chat for hanging out and putting up with all this. I appreciate you all for being here. And thanks to my amazing patrons. Just like the little thing right down there says. You guys are awesome. And the show wouldn't be what it is without you. So I appreciate every one of you. Randolph and I, you guys should see some of the fucking memes that I have seen.
Oh, I keep forgetting to send those to you.
Which he keeps forgetting to send to me.
My bad. That's my bad.
They're so fucking funny because, of course, we've been talking about this for almost a couple of years now. And some of them are like waiting for TNT to start with the skeleton on the park bench. And, yeah, they're pretty fucking funny.
Oh, we'll need to put them up on the website.
Yeah, we totally should. Yeah, that's why I got to get them. Mikey's got to send them to me, and I'll give them to you.
I'm doing it right now. We'll put
All
it
right.
on your Twitter.
All right.
Before I forget.
But yeah, it's called True North Talk. You guys know the routine. www.truenorthtalk.ca, and you can learn more about it there. And of course, myself and this fella right over here, Ben. Have you done an episode of nonprofits yet?
No, but I've been asked to.
You should then.
Yeah, I've been.
there you go.
Yeah, Johnny talked to me about doing some. So
nice. I'll be on one coming up real soon here. Yeah, myself and Mikey here, and potentially Dr. Ben over there are the new co-hosts of the revamp relaunched nonprofits. You know the routine. They're an ACA product, 3 p.m. Sundays. Go and sub. And the last Saturday of every month is starting up again. We were supposed to do one last time, but shit happened to all three of us, so we couldn't. But yes, Atheist Drinking Out Loud. It's a lot of fun. Myself, Seamus, and Andy make fun of stuff with a guest. Anyways, guys, thanks for hanging. I appreciate all of you. And until next time, as I always say at the end of these little after-party soirees, like the late, great Carl Sagan once said, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. And we'll see you guys next time.
Yay.